Did I unmute myself, maybe? I don't know.
We always kind of forget that.
Did I unmute myself, maybe? I don't know. There we go. Yep, okay. Stream caught up, and it's like, hey, you're on a thing. And I'm like, yeah, I am. So hi, welcome to Sister Slay and Ladies Gamer Night. And we're going to play some D&D today. We gonna die tonight.
We gonna die. This is how I die.
No, I'm gonna be the one dying. You guys just ran off and did all the stuff, and I'm gonna be the one dying.
Everyone's gonna be fine.
Chaos and Amelia fight over who's going to be the one to die first. That's the
I'll use you as a shield first.
Huh? The part where he kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, remember that thing where I run the stream now? I have to actually, like, put people's faces next to their little mini things.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wow. Scuff stream.
I don't do this.
I know. No, throw out that
Got
one.
one there.
Yeah.
And then we got me there. We also have a special guest in the background today.
Say hi.
Say hi, Gabby. Say hello to the internet.
Hi, Gabby.
This is my crippling depression and alcoholism embodied.
You bet.
This
Hell
is
yeah.
Dark Chaos. This is the queen of Chaos Queen.
Oh, hell yeah, baby.
I believe you mean Jaya's queen from the best timeline.
Yeah. This is best
I'm my
timeline.
best timeline. I'm basically the better version of her.
It's not hard.
Excuse me.
No, to be the better version of me.
Say nice things about yourself.
Yay!
Hooray, we have an E on stream.
Yay! It took so long.
I
How many
still don't
weeks?
have her, but...
I do a right click on the portraits and
Oh, there
reconnect
she
all.
is.
Hello.
Dang it.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Also, I have
Sorry.
no idea how to actually like align this. So people who are watching the stream and have severe OCD, I am so sorry. This is
not
gonna be painful for you, and almost as painful for the players as it will be today. Probably, we'll see.
Thanks.
I
Great.
saw a butt. See a butt.
Fantastic.
Dabuto. So yeah,
Butt.
as we are waiting for our last party member to arrive, who is just coming home, let's talk a little about what we're going to be raising money for today. So we are legit living that charity stream life again. There's
Yes.
some giggles happening.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, composure. I have it.
I mean,
can do
we're
this.
waiting for Jenna anyway.
We are.
We need to feel light before we get massacred.
This is the nervous laughter before, oh my god, everything's gonna go terribly wrong.
We're dying.
So, we are living that charity stream life. We are actually doing another fundraiser. We haven't done one in a while. We are doing a fundraising drive to raise money for Team Rubicon, who is providing support for all of the hurricanes, Hurricane Florence, Hurricane Michael, as well as doing disaster relief worldwide using military veterans and volunteers. So they not only help all of these places get emergency services and get back on their feet, but they're also helping provide opportunities for veterans who are transitioning from active duty to civilian life and using the skills that they've learned through the military and through their experiences to help basically in these moments of crisis. So we're very happy to be partnering with them. Super excited for that. Mandy made a code that you can type into chat to get a link to our donation page, which will also show you cool things that you will get the party by donating. So if you donate today, depending on how much you donate, you may give special buffs to the sisters as they take on what I'm sure is going to be an absolutely fine, fair, and balanced fight.
No,
For
we
sure.
We need all the help.
Yeah, please
All the help.
donate to save us.
Donate.
So save some D&D lives, but also save some real lives and do some amazing stuff. So we're happy to partner with them. 100% of everything that we receive as a donation goes straight to them. We're not touching it. We don't take anything off the top. None of it's going to the stream. All of it's going to charity today. So thank you guys for chipping in on that. And let's do a little bit of recap. So let's hear all about how we got
know
here.
How did we end up here?
How did we arrive at this point? So,
JS has no clue.
you all met Rudolph Van Richten, who kind of gave you a little bit more insight and started connecting some of the dots that y'all have been slowly uncovering over time, and now it feels like things are starting to come together. You can clearly see, like, oh, this is what's going on. So, Strahd has basically roused from his slumber, chasing after, oh god, character names. It's been 6 weeks since we've done this, and I did not prep any of that because I did all of my focus on the fight.
No.
Shoot.
Irina?
Thank you. I wanted to call her Ileana, and I'm like, that's not right.
That girl.
So, Irina, her existence has basically spurred Strahd from his slumber. Rudolph Van Richten, a world-renowned vampire hunter on his realm, came to Barovia with the sole intent of attacking and eliminating Strahd during his moments of activity. It's not determined how long Strahd is going to be around for, but it seems like now is the time to strike, if any. And if the sisters don't kill Strahd, y'all are going to get stuck here until he rouses again. So now there's a bit of personal investment in this as well. So with that, you also were approached by Lady Voctor, who makes no secrets about being a supporter of Strahd's and wanting to see him do well. And his return has basically heralded her opportunity to take over Vallaki and start doing what she thinks is in the best interest of all the people that live there. The Burgomaster has been a tyrant of sorts, demanding happiness and joy from everybody, which does kind of the exact opposite. It wasn't until you all came and intervened at the Festival of the Blazing Sun that the town actually had any true, real joy. This causes some concern for Lady Voctor, which she let you all know about. She's basically ready to make her move and was looking for your help in making a political play. To which you all were like, cool story, bro. Maybe I'll come back sometime. Thanks for the notification.
We'll totally do that thing.
We're totally gonna like subscribe to your channel and watch all your content. It's gonna be wonderful.
I'm gonna
I
click
even
the
hit
bell.
the bell so that like I get my notifications when you post videos. It's gonna be wonderful.
Oh,
And then you
we
actually
know
didn't.
I can't.
oh my god.
Instead, y'all decided to stake out the place and
Might
keep an
also
eye on her
be in the
book club.
fridge or it's on.
So
I had a date, so
you did have a date. You
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
went and distracted one of her helpers around the house, her ladies in waiting that tend to her chateau.
Poor girl.
Is that what they call it these days?
Hey.
No.
So the rest of you were on a stakeout mission, watching these cultists. Essentially, I'm sorry, people definitely dressed like cultists, but probably not cultists because they're totally only there for a book club.
Book club.
Going into the basement of the house, where Jayaz experienced some skeletons that she did not tell anyone else about.
There are some skeletons in my closet, you might say.
Me.
And they might actually be skeletons in the basement.
So, after watching these cultists file in and hearing them utter a phrase, instead of
Croatoa?
investigating, no, it was the "Let the dead
Let
remain
the
at
dead remain
at rest." Yeah. Instead of following them in and seeing what was going on, you decided now would be the perfect time to have a cat heist.
Oh my gosh.
So, you all fully aware of Lady Voctor's attachments and authority and power, broke into her home, snuck into the library, stole cats, alerted the house that you were there, pulled a Mission Impossible, jumped out of the second-story window with 3 cats in your arms, dove at the ground, tuck and rolled like, tuck and roll, Grandma, and pick it up and just run. And then you made your way back to the Blue Water Inn.
Yay.
Can I just point out that we screw up a lot of things, but we're really good at stealing cats.
That was
Yeah,
probably
we
the
did
best.
That was a success.
Yeah, like
Most
that
successful
was
mission to date.
accomplished. Everything went great. I'm actually surrounded by cats right now. I don't think you can see any of them on the stream because they're all
I am too.
down there. But I'm house sitting, so or I'm not house sitting. I live here, but I'm cat sitting because my roommates are out.
You're sitting your own house.
I'm sitting in my own house. I just live here. It's fine. So you came back. You discussed what you had found. Kind of were planning next actions, playing with the cats, reading through the journal that Van Richten
Is that
had given
what-
you.
Oh, I saw a kitty. Or is that a dog? Sorry.
Or is it
Sorry.
Gabby?
Yeah, there's also a dog.
Micah, come here, baby.
So
Sorry, I just squirreled real bad. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's
Can't see
okay.
him, but he's here,
you're good.
and he wants my rice pudding.
Aw. So, as you're sitting there playing with the cats, reading through Strahd's journal, learning a little bit about his origins and
Who's Gabby?
what threatens him, someone bursts into the ground floor of the Blue Water Inn, causing the entire ruckus to just stop. And they start screaming about bats and vampires up at the church. And only now do you get that sinking pit in your stomach that perhaps this is the retribution that was expected
Oh.
for slighting Lady Voctor.
Oh boy, we couldn't have guessed
But
that
I mean,
at all.
did we though? I mean,
Yes!
it wasn't
Tell Andrew.
that big of a deal.
Now, what's the chances we could like befriend the bats? Like, is this
A
thing?
vampire?
Actually,
That?
that is. Are you asking that question of the group?
Just like in general, like for a friend.
Roll a nature check.
Oh, fuck. What do I add to that?
We're
Your,
gonna die.
your nature.
Hold on.
There's a skill called nature. It's based off of your
Yeah,
wisdom,
but I
believe.
rolled a real dice.
Yeah.
So do I add anything to that?
So you would add the number on
add
your
the
skill,
one.
yeah. So +1.
So I rolled a bad boy 18 because I'm gonna, waste
Okay.
all my rolls now. +1, so a 19.
Okay, so you have not had any real life experience with vampires yet. However, you are familiar, having read them in your studies with, when you were, studying with the master, that vampires have the ability to summon essentially thralled bats
Okay.
and wolves. Basically, some vermin or manner of creature that they're completely enthralled by the vampire. You cannot dissuade them, and they do
Mhm.
not behave like normal animals. And if they are with vampires, you can probably assume that there's not much you're going to be able to do to persuade them.
Okay. They don't speak Draconic.
No, they don't, unfortunately. They speak bat.
Damn it.
They squeak a lot.
JS probably can speak that as well.
So, with that said, you all hear this loud noise. Person comes in, screams about bats and vampires, and suddenly you hear lots of commotion downstairs. People exiting the building very rapidly, probably to go seek shelter. What do you all wish to do?
Look at
I
them
think
and
it's
say
just
this
me
is
and
your
face
fault.
on.
Sorry.
Well, E's gonna stand up and say, "We screwed up, but now's not the time to argue about it. We have to deal with it, and we can talk about that later. This is serious. We really need to go help these people because they can't handle this."
I agree, but what are we doing with the cats? Before
They'll
we
be
leave?
fine. They'll be fine.
Okay. You promise?
No. Is
Nice.
Von Richten gonna come with us?
He's not there.
Did
He's...
we check if he's at the?
We're in his room.
I thought
No,
we were
you guys are
your
in your
guys'
room. You're thinking
Oh.
like 2 or 3 episodes ago when you guys were having the powwow.
I'm
That was- yeah.
sorry.
But you're not necessarily wrong, because he's probably around here somewhere. You know he's in town, you know he's looking for
Yes!
vampires.
Okay, we've got to find Von Richten because he's the only other
Vampire hunter?
who dealt with vampires before.
And I believe you've also talked about some vampire vulnerabilities in the past with the group.
I don't think I'd actually told them about it yet.
Ah.
So they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we hadn't gotten to that. So that's why she slyly, under her breath, says, other person who's dealt with vampires before.
And with that, do you all head out downstairs? What are you all doing? What would you like to do?
I want to find Von Richten.
Yeah, let's see if he's in his room.
Okay, so you very quickly exit, you go over to Van Richten's room, you pound on the door, and you check the lock, it's locked.
Okay. He's not here. He would have answered the door.
Yeah.
Maybe he's already gone to the church, because his goal is to find Strahd and defeat him. So I think that's what we need to do. We need to head to the church, and hopefully he'll be there.
Let's go hunt some
If
vampires.
fate's on our side.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't want to know.
As we're leaving, Jayas is gonna stop at the bar and just grab a bottle. And like she's just gonna like do the eyes to the bartender and be like, I'm gonna need this.
Oh, she's not even there. You go downstairs, and there is... It is...
like a plate spinning on the ground because everybody ran off. So
It is pretty much empty. There are still like half full flagons of wine just sitting on chair, like on the tables. Some of the tables are knocked over. There's mugs on the ground.
That's perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Jayas, as we're walking out, she's just gonna be like, and
Yoink.
then she's gonna pick up one of the half flagons, and as we walk out, just take it back.
Wait, where's Danica and them? I want to make sure they're safe first, too.
So you look behind the bar, just kind of scouting around. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Natural 1.
Hey, let's get it out of the way.
We're off to a great start.
You
this is fine.
fully intend to look for Danica and the family, but as soon as you get downstairs, you hear this blood-curdling shriek outside that absolutely like steals your attention. You lose focus, and you're just like ready to head out the door.
We have a Jenna.
We do have a Jenna,
No,
although we can't hear you.
Cool.
It's because she's not in Discord yet. Got it.
No,
Oh wait, no, she is. Haha, there you are.
Hear her.
Aha.
I stealthed in real quick.
I
So-
love your hair.
Thank you.
Just to set the scene for you.
Thank you.
So vampires are happening, and you are about to leave the Blue Water Inn. You came downstairs with the rest of the girls, and the downstairs is completely evacuated. There's half, consumed flagons of wine on the table. Some of the tables are knocked over. Some of the chairs are knocked over. People clearly scrambled in an effort to get out and find safety. Danica is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
And with that, you all
That
step
woman
into...
can take care of herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good.
With that, you all step into the evening air. It is dark as you enter the main streets of Valaki. The moon is probably an eighth of the way full, and it's hidden behind thick, dark clouds, and moonlight is barely streaming through. You can see and have navigated the streets well enough before that you know where you're going. However, it is dark. Those of you with dark vision can see fine. Those of you without are struggling a little bit, just kind of like following the natural light. And some of the there are some lit lanterns that line the main streets.
I'm sorry, Amelia.
I was gonna say, is Amelia the only one without dark vision?
I
Yeah,
believe
because she's
so.
literally human.
I can't see shit.
You can see lights that are dotting the streets from these lanterns. And with that, I'd like
Nice.
everyone to roll a perception check. And Charlie, unfortunately, I'm going to ask you to roll with disadvantage.
Perception. Do we add to this?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I add my shit wisdom.
That's a 3.
Okay. That's a 2 for Jayaz.
Plus 0.
Thankfully, E
So-
and Janaga are on it, scouting out in the darkness. As you enter the streets, you can see some of the same robed figures that you observed earlier going into Voctor House for the book club. in the alleyways. Some of them seem to be like skulking about. They appear to be human because you rolled pretty high. Like you can see their features and details. They do not appear to be anything supernatural or concerning, but you can definitely see them hiding in the shadows.
Okay.
Do you all continue heading towards the church?
Yes.
Okay. Are you walking, running? How are you getting there?
I think we should briskly walk.
Yeah, I don't want to
run.
like full sprint because then we'll like be tired. So
I just
think
imagine
I-
E like walking with her cloak behind her, and she's like a
It's like-
badass. She's just ready.
You're using some of your druidic power to basically like make little gusts
Make
behind
the wind
you just
make
for
my hair
fun.
blow around. Just be like, ah.
We're
You-
following her like as she's just like wind tunnel, and we're like, really? You think that's not a little much?
You're giving us something between like Tyra Banks walking through a wind tunnel like fierce, while also giving like this fury of the storm, like tempest. You can feel like energy crackling about you.
And I want to be like twirling the poison spray like around my hand off
Oh.
to the side.
Your hand's not even up. You just have it out to the side, like down by like where your waist is, and you're just like moving like you're tossing a coin between your fingers. And this poisonous purple fog is just manipulating and weaving between your fingers. You are
Bring it, bitches.
charged. You are
Come
ready.
get
This
it.
has tapped into something emotional in you. So, you make your way up to the church. Is there anything that you wanted to stop at before you arrive? I'm guessing probably not.
No. Jayos though will also be eating like the like she's doing her ritual of like getting ready for
You're
for
carb.
Has it been
You're carb
soft
loading
in
for battle.
wine?
Yeah, I was gonna say she's got the flagon and she's like the whole time.
Straight up carb loading for combat. I like it.
Yeah.
It's better than rolling initiative.
That's how you do.
I just real quick I went to type E's actual full name and I got E.
It's okay.
So,
It's okay.
you are all approaching St. Anderal's Church. You had not been there before, but having been in the city for a couple days, you had heard it whispered about in the tavern. Never really thought to stop by and visit, though. As you approach, the lights inside are still on. You can hear some screams coming from within the church still. And there's almost this conflict of people trying to stay safe within the church, but also trying to run out like into the night to try and find safety. You observe one woman trying to leave the church out the front doors, sprinting towards you, sees you coming and doesn't know who you are, starts darting off into the side, like towards the forest. And this creature drops from the trees, picks her up, leaps with superhuman strength, and carries her off as though she was a paper doll. Just gone
Oh.
in less than a second.
What?
So are we gonna get a visual here, like for scale?
I'm so glad you asked.
Oh look, he's come prepared.
Hell yeah, I did.
Hell yeah,
So did
Vicky.
I. I've been reading. I hope I'm prepared though. Let me just like put my foot right in my mouth right now. I'm not ready at all.
Alright, so as you all are approaching the church, you hear the screams. You hear the squeak of what sound like aggravated rodents. You hear branches rustling through the trees outside. It is oddly quiet, with the quiet only being pierced by the sounds just described. The city behind you is almost completely dark. Everyone's basically gone to their
Okay.
homes, locked up their doors, turned off all their lights. It is quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna cast daylight on myself. Like
Okay.
on my my totem.
Hmm.
So the light will emanate within a 60-foot radius from my totem.
Okay. So daylight, point you choose, you cast it on there. Perfect. So
Sorry,
you
what?
hold
Oh,
your totem. which I believe we talked about as a bird, yes?
It's an owl.
It's an owl, okay.
I'm sorry, no. I can't remember exactly. I think it's some kind of a seabird. I'll have to look it up.
Okay. So you grab a hold of your talisman, and as you do, the wings flutter slightly, even though it's made of, like, what is your preferred material? Stone, wood, clay? What's this made of?
Definitely wood.
Wood, okay. This silver light starts to emanate from its eyes, and its wings beat a couple times as magic begins to channel, and suddenly this burst of daylight just thrusts forward from your body, and all around you, in about 60 feet in a circle, is suddenly just lit with pure daylight. Everything becomes bright, and you can see everything just fine, which actually uncovers... Come on. Come on. 2 vampire spawn that are
hotties.
touched by the daylight begin to hiss as their skin starts to sizzle from the heat of the sun. I want everyone to go ahead and roll initiative, please.
We don't add to initiative, right?
You do add to initiative.
No.
On your character
do?
sheet, there's a section in the middle. It's based off of your
Okay.
dexterity.
Yay!
I'm trying to use
But I got
big
that
girl
daylight
dice, so I rolled a 19 plus 3.
Okay.
I'll write it in chat.
Whoa! I think you're going first.
Let me pull up my vampires. So there's your vampire
Ooh.
spawn.
Hey, baby.
Why she look kind of cute?
There's like 2 kinds of people in this world. Me and Jenna are just one kind. Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
It's like, hey girl, hey.
Yeah, let me get into bed with those feet, girl. Yuck!
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus, that made me happy.
Oh man.
How do I open?
How do I do things?
I literally
How
have
do
forgotten
I-
how to do everything. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
Me. In real life.
There's my turn tracker. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Everything's broken.
It really is. Alright, where's your initiative? I know you have initiative. There's supposed to
No.
be like a little button I can click that rolls your thingy. Meh. Alright, fine. We'll figure it out. I'll do it this way. D&D Beyond Vampire Spawn.
Oh, Mandy, no. Take me to church indeed.
Take me to church!
My love has got toenails. So sharp they could kill you.
Jesus.
She may boil in the sunlight.
No
I'll work.
joke.
I'll work
Michael
on
has
it.
actually cut me with one of his toenails before on my foot. Yeah. Just like in bed. But yeah, so it's like
Adam, quick, fix it. We're learning about toenails.
I just rolled, so I've got E, Janaga, Jayaz. I think I might be missing yours, Charlie.
Oh, you know, she did say she'd BRB. Maybe
Oh, okay.
she didn't.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, I will put her on hold in the initiative order for now. And then when she returns, we will add her in. So, at the top of the round, I have Jayaz at the 22. What would you like to do?
So it's just these 2 guys outside?
That you can see so far.
Or these 2 girls?
Ah,
Oh. Where's my
They
character
were
sheet?
guys who wanted to try and hit on him or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, like, hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
You like this neck?
I think from where I am, do I have like a direct line like with either of them if I shot? Like there's nothing obstructing, right?
Yeah, you have direct line of sight to both.
So I'm gonna shoot at this further one, I think.
Okay.
This is where I'm gonna stop using real dice because that's too much maths. As we come up, I'm going to I'm done dunking the bread and the wine. I've thrown the flagon down. It's like dropping the mic, and I'm gonna bring out Lego Yas and line up and go right for that one.
All right. Go ahead and roll. 26 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hopefully it's a good day.
That's not damage.
Yeah, wait, what happened?
You have
I hit the wrong one. Yeah. I was like, what?
I was
Lego
like,
Yas.
damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you draw your bow, you knock an arrow, you fire it off, and it hits the vampire, but the arrow doesn't sink into its skin as deeply as you would expected, and the wound is not bleeding.
Ew.
You definitely expected that to be more effective, but it seems
I
that
sure
vampires might be a little resistant to mundane means.
But they're in the sun. So as she sees this, she's literally gonna be like, oh, that might be a problem. And
I
then
think,
I'm
do you
gonna...
have 2 attacks at your level yet, or are you still...
Oh yeah. Well, I think I get when I use melee.
Hold on. Let me see, because I think at level 5, everyone should have the ability to do two attacks, I think. Let me double check.
And I forgot that D&D Beyond just did that update, so
Everything looks different.
yeah. Like
Everything looks so much better.
So under
I like it so
your
much better.
actions, if you filter by attack, it'll show
Okay.
you what your attacks are, and then under your feats,
Oh,
it'll tell
attacks
you...
per action too.
There you go. So you can do 2 attack actions.
Oh shit, son! I forgot that we
Leveled up.
were... You know what it is? I don't think we've had a fight since we've gotten that.
In a minute, yeah.
Okay, so I don't have. I really have to combine my 2 character sheets. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Over time.
What do I have? I was gonna see, we don't have anything like holy water to dip stuff in.
Not on you, but you are standing in front of a church.
I am standing in front of a church. All right. I think then I am going to be like, shit, this is gonna be a problem, and I'm gonna try getting into the church.
Okay. So you're going to move towards the church?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself through the doors.
Yeah, please.
Well, they don't get an attack of opportunity. They're too far away.
Yeah.
Bats,
I don't know,
bats,
'cause,
bats, bats. It's just
My,
a swarm
you
of
know
bats.
what it is? Mandy's brain is like, oh, well, vampires can't go in a church. But then I'm like, this is D&D. Anything is possible.
It's true.
The church
Also,
is not a safe place.
You don't know a lot about
I mean,
vampires. Also,
we did
I wore a shirt
that
for the occasion.
dudes-
Beware of the smiling DM.
Oh no. Well, so let's just pretend that J. Oz has a really short memory because we did find that priest's son in the basement of a church.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that whole thing? You tried to block the door. And,
Go by yourself?
And I blew the door off.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that. Y'all must have
No,
been
of
drunk.
course not. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so... Well, and I
Totally
still...
safe.
Well, okay, so that was my movement, so I still have an attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see all these fucking bats.
You do.
So no, I don't want to use anything to. I don't know, how do bats work? So if I attack one of these tokens, is that one individual bat, or it's that cluster of bats?
So a swarm of bats or a swarm of any animal is basically condensed in that square. So it's 5 feet of just bats fluttering and being chaotic and coming to attack you. So if you attack, you're attacking the whole unit.
That cluster. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as I come in and I see this group of bats right here, I'm gonna be like, ah! And I'm gonna
Loose
loose
an arrow?
another arrow.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll.
Let's see if fear helps. Oh wow, it does.
18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. So you
You're
notch.
good when you're afraid.
You notch an arrow, and you manage to fire directly into the heart of the swarm of bats. You pin down 3 and kill them in a single shot. However, the remaining bats just kind of fill in that empty space, and it appears like they're just compensating for the ones they lost very quickly. Again, you expected it to be more damage than you were kind of hoping for, but understandable given that you're attacking multiple enemies all at once.
Okay.
And that is your move. That is your action. Did you want to use a bonus action before you end your turn?
I'll just like ping the girls and be like, I think we're probably gonna need like holy water or something. You should help me with these bats. Just like a quick.
Okay. And with that, we go on to Janaga. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I feel like E would be better help with the holy water stuff, so I'm gonna try to defend outside.
I'm no cleric.
I'm gonna try to attack the same vampire on the right, but I'm gonna use Alaria's laughter because that worked for me last time.
All right. Go ahead and move your character to the one you want to attack and roll your damage.
I'll go here. I'll be safe. Okay.
Okay, you're using Alaria's laughter though. You got to get up in melee. You got to be friends with them. You got to get up close. It's a sword.
I was wondering. I was like, isn't that a sword?
Right.
You got to get close. Now, rogues, I believe, you might actually have 3 attacks. Let me double check here.
Cool.
Because rogues are fast.
That helps with me charms.
Let's see, your attacks.
Please tell me I can.
Actually, you have 1 because of your sword spot, your sword thing, but you get additional mobility options. So, like, after you attack, this connects, you can back out of melee without getting attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and you rolled a 17. That does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. 8 slashing. And Alaria's laughter is a magic blade. As you drag it down across the vampire and just make your swing, the blow fully connects, and you can see the vampire spawn kind of writhing back. This one actually does manage to draw blood, which is interesting because they are undead. They must have fed recently.
Okay. Can I move back?
So you moved 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, you can move 10 more squares of movement anywhere you want to go.
I'm gonna go back to
That's originally I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna back up. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the church.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, has Amelia returned? She's AFK for bags.
No, I'm back.
You're back? Okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Go ahead and roll initiative real quick, because I want to see where you're going to go in the order. And then if you would have gone already, we'll have you go now. 22! Nice. Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and add you in now. So go ahead and take your action, whatever you would like to do.
Where's the one that Janaga just attacked? Is
That's this one
Yeah.
right over here. The one on the right.
Okay. I'll. I guess I'll run up and use my daggers.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move your token up to where you would like to position yourself. Go ahead and make your attacks. Okay. So 18 and 25 both connect. Go ahead and roll damage for each. 5 and 7. These daggers manage to sink in and do connect. You meet a lot of resistance as you try and pierce the skin, however. You manage to connect and draw a wound, however, it's not as effective as you are used to with your daggers.
Can I disengage?
Yes, you can.
Nope, I'm gonna disengage and go back a little bit.
All right. And then that brings us to the vampire spawn's turn. And I need to add the swarm of bats. They're going to move next turn at 13. Okay. This vampire spawn is going to move forward to attack you, Janaga, because that really hurt.
Rip.
And it is going to make 2 claw attacks at you. The first one is a natural 1. The second one is a 16. Does that hit your armor class?
Mine is 14, so yeah.
Okay. So, instead of doing damage with its claws, it reaches in and manages to like grasp onto the front of your tunic and draws you in and just kind of wraps its arms around you and holds you tightly in place. You are considered grappled.
Friendship.
She just wanted a hug.
Friendship. Alright, and this vampire spawn over here, it wants to move closer, but it will not get any closer than this because holy shit, that sunlight is really bright and hurts a lot. Which brings us to E's turn, and as your turn starts, the sunlight emanating from your body seems to really be doing a number on these vampires now. They both seem to suffer severe damage as their skin begins to smolder and sizzle, and you can see parts of them are starting to rot away, just burning in sunlight.
All good things.
So they both suffer 20 points of damage.
I'm
actually, on that second attack, oh yeah, no, so it'll hit. They also have disadvantage while they're in sunlight, but the second roll was
yeah,
higher,
that's
so.
what I thought.
Yeah. So that one succeeded. However, this vampire spawn does not succeed on a constitution save to get closer to you. They are like trying to decide if this is worth it right now.
Okay.
Which takes us back to the top of the round. So out of the two of you, Amelia, I believe you have the faster dexterity, so you go first. And there's now the vampire spawn right in front of you. Oh wait, no, that's right. You didn't get to go. Sorry, I was just talking about the damage you did just with your sunlight. You actually get to go now. So
No.
you know, just 40 damage off the top of the round. Go ahead and feel free to, you know, do more. It's fine.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna use my short bow.
Okay.
On the one to the left.
Go for it.
Or, well, actually, I'll do the one that's in front of the girls.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go inside because JS is in there by herself.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Sorry.
literally was like, hey, you guys wanna come help? Oh, okay, I guess
Keep
not.
in mind, you're the source of sunlight.
gonna
If you go
tell-
inside,
I'm gonna yell at
Yeah.
them. You need to come inside because the light's gonna come with me.
okay.
Oh.
So, as I say that, so
You got
I'll
it.
just come and stand in the door with her.
Why does JS always mess everything up?
Would you have her any other way?
You're saying that as this vampire is still hugging you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
Oh,
say for
Does the light affect the bats?
the light does not affect the bats. However, I
Okay.
will say that because you are standing in the open doorway, there is light shining out.
To cover the stairs, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can draw it. So you can do like, we'll say sunlight's like that out the door.
Okay.
All right. And that's your turn, right? You're inside. Are you gonna take a?
I'm gonna use my short bow on this herd of bats in front
On
of
the
me.
bats. Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
I forgot how to do this.
That's okay. On
How do I D&D?
yeah, on roll 20, just click on the attack in the center of your sheet. Or if you want to roll dice, I can just add your modifier from your character
Okay.
sheet.
Okay.
Your short bow.
Oh wait, no. I'll just use poison spray. What am I thinking?
There you go. That's my girl.
There we go. I was like, what am I doing? And so that's 2d12.
Yes.
Okay.
Because at level 5, your cantrips turn you into a monster and you are insane. So 2d12, I need to roll a constitution saving throw for that.
I think it's, what is it, 14?
Yeah, it's a 14. And they rolled a 4, which is about 10 too short. So they suffer full damage. That's 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage to the bats. You walk through the door like a badass, and you just kind of thrust your hands out. The poison spray that you had kind of been manipulating throughout your fingers has been waiting a very long time for this. You throw it forward, the cloud disperses over the bats, and several of them begin to fall ill and immediately drop to the floor dead. The ones that are remaining do not look too good. This swarm of bats is about depleted.
Nice.
Thanks, Mom.
These fuckers are strong.
Yeah.
Make friends with them.
For anyone curious, there's about like 20-ish bats in each group, so you can get an idea of how densely packed it is.
Kind
We're
of
just
5
like-
foot radius.
Uh-huh. Like, it is a tornado of nasty wings and teeth.
Bat Tornado, isn't that the new sci-fi movie? Batnado?
They
Batnado.
moved on from sharks.
It's Strodnado. It's the crossover event coming this summer. Alright, that brings us to the top of the round. Amelia, you are up next.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my daggers back, and then I'm going to use my short sword on the vamp. Can I use it while it's grappling?
Yes, you can. And in fact, grapple does do certain things. Let's see here.
I think it's that I can't move. Like
You
I have
can't.
no-
Yeah, you can't move, but I'm trying to remember if it's like affected at all because it's trying to maintain a hold on you.
And plus, I don't want to cut you, so.
It's fine.
I mean, you're not Jazz after all.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack. You're good. There's no major anything that's gonna get in the way here.
Okay, cool. Ah.
13 does not hit. So Janaga's like trying to struggle to get herself free. The vampire's trying to hold her in place. You're very carefully trying to like weave in and make your attack, but unfortunately, you can't get close enough without threatening to hurt her. So you back off.
Okay.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah. Nah, I was gonna move into the sunlight and save myself, but I think I'm just gonna stay with her.
You can. Let's see. What bonus actions do you have? You can. I was gonna say you have your cunning action, so you could disengage if you wanted to. Yeah, that's about it though.
No, I'm just gonna stay with Janaga. So
Okay.
she doesn't die.
Actually, because this creature is in sunlight, they have disadvantage. Do you have advantage? No, it doesn't work in reverse. Okay, that's fair. With that done, it is now Jayaz's turn.
Okay. So from where I am, can I see, like, is this straight ahead like an altar of sorts?
Yes. So you look down the hallway,
Mhm.
and this is essentially a church layout. So you're looking at the altar at the very front. There's some pews that have been mostly destroyed on either side. And behind the altar, go ahead and roll a perception check.
18 plus
18.
nothing.
Okay, so
18.
you manage to see from the end of the hallway that there appears to be an older man. You can see the top of his head
Oh,
behind the altar. He's clearly trying to hide from whatever's in there.
okay. But do I see anything, like it's a standard church, like do I see like, oh, here is the bucket of holy water?
You don't from this angle. However, there's more room on either the left or right side that you just can't see right now.
Okay. Then with that, I'm gonna continue fighting the bats. I was gonna
Okay.
see if I saw could see it, I was gonna make a beeline, but
Right.
I'm gonna just go for the bats then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go again for this same group that's like almost dead.
Okay.
And I'm gonna... Man, Lego Yas is just like, he's thirsty.
On it today. That hits.
Shit.
And even 11 reduced still hits, so you are good to go there. You take aim at the remaining bats, and you actually notch 2 arrows in this one attack to try and manage to pin them all down. As you make your attack, you manage to get the final 4 or so that are still around, and just pin them to the wall.
Nice. And then I still have an attack.
And you
I
have
like
your movement.
this. And my movement. Alright, so I'm gonna move then further in, like just to where like this, like it meets up the...
Mm-hmm.
See, I want to go right here between these 2 squares. Why can't I do that? My fucking OCD is very unhappy right now.
So, as you round the corner, because you're keeping a lookout for them, the turquoise blocks on the map are where the holy water like dispensers are attached to the walls. There's like they're kind of like chalices that are mounted to the wall that have had holy water probably poured in and blessed at some point. It's probably like a just nice standard basin.
Gotcha. All right. So, and now I can clearly see like the whole of the church, right? So I can see just the 3 other swarms.
Correct.
All right. Then I think probably we'll continue taking care of the bat situation, and then I'll worry about the holy water afterwards.
Okay.
So I'm gonna... It's like I really want to use Hail of Thorns, thinking like since it spreads out. Oh, but they would have to be within each block of each other. Never mind.
You could prepare an action so that if they do a certain thing, you can also take action when that happens.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking like they'd have to be together. I guess at this close range, I'll pull out my shorties then. So I'm gonna then go for this group of bats.
Got it. So with your 2-weapon fighting, you make 2 attacks. Go for it.
Boo, boo.
Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Shwink. Shwink.
Okay.
I now provide my own sound effects.
You begin to hack and slash into this whirling frenzy of leather wings and sharp teeth and squeaks. And you manage to deal damage to the swarm of bats. A few of them are cleaved to the floor as you do this. Anything else?
No. That's pretty much... I mean, I'll communicate to E that, like, my intention is to get this holy water.
Right.
Be like, let's take care of this, and then let's get this water out to those vampires. Like it's like an action movie.
Right. Alright, it is actually now the bat's turn. So the swarm of bats are going to move. Not all at once, though, because that'd be weird. They're not a boy band.
Everybody bad.
So these 2 bats are going to basically come together and swarm on top of you. You are now cloaked, as though you were Batman in the beginning of that movie. That was really like not that great.
I am Batman. Yeah.
Swear to me.
Whatever, man. I love Christian Bale. Don't get rag on him. I know it's bad, but come on, he's beautiful.
Wow, it's bad, man.
Oh, get out.
Okay.
God, I hope these bats hurt you.
Me or her? Everybody.
Mandy.
Everybody? Okay.
Me for my bad puns, for my bat puns.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. So that's an 18 plus 4 is 24. And then
18 plus
there's
4? Hold on.
just a
Check
hit.
the
Just a
DM.
hit.
18 plus 4 is
22.
sweetie.
Sorry.
I was like, whoa,
Math.
the DM is...
I'm making shit up. The next one is only a 9, however. So the first flight of bats just comes swarming at you and actually enters your space and goes, "Meh, meh, meh, meh," and they're biting at you. You take 5 points of damage as various bats manage to flap around and bite into you and get tied up in your hair and flap back out, and it's disgusting.
God, I hope I had something with garlic recently. Fuck you guys.
I don't believe any of the bread that you've had was garlic bread. However, idea for the future.
I was gonna say, in the future, Jayos is gonna be like, you know what would be great on this baguette is some garlic.
You know what there's probably absolutely none of in Barovia?
Oh,
Garlic.
Jayos brings garlic to Barovia, a spin-off.
The Vistani can't
make-
not have garlic.
Can he
They
like
have to have garlic.
grow or something?
Sure.
There would need to be like seeds of it, but we'll see what we can. Something to try later. So both of those bats try to make an attack at you. The swarm of bats moves towards the old man behind the altar. They also take an attack, but they do not hit him. Janaga, it is your turn. You are currently grappled by
Yeah, so I can't make any
vampire.
movements, but I can still do.
You can still act, you just can't move.
So like I can't use my sword anymore.
You can still use your sword.
Oh, okay.
You're basically like bound like this, but you still have your sword, so you might be able to like jab it up in her face or something.
It's
Like,
hugging me, but I'm like, no, don't hug me. Like
Yeah.
that.
so you're still very much like thrashing around violently. There's probably a good chance you can still connect.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep using that sword. It did something, so I'm gonna keep using Ilaria's laughter.
Go for it.
Cool.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. 5 points of slashing. Okay. So it suffers the full 5 points of damage. However, it does manage to maintain the grapple.
I feel like even if it's dead, it's still gonna be on me. I'm gonna need somebody to pry her off.
It's like, ah! Let's see. Grapples for monsters.
But she's like a cat. She has her claws in you. Like, you know
Yeah.
how cats are like,
Yeah.
they get claws stuck in their sweaters.
I need the pliers.
So, let's make this interesting. I'd like to make you an offer.
Oh,
You can have the opportunity to break out of your grapple as a bonus action. However, given that you are doing it as a bonus instead of a full round action, the vampire spawn will have their normal advantage on the check. So advantage plus the sunlight equal each other out. So this is going to be a straight roll.
For now,
It'll either be
I'm-
your athletics or acrobatics versus their escape DC.
I'm cool for now with her on me. So if I don't want to risk anything,
Okay,
it's cool. It's cool.
sounds good. So
As
you're
long
doing
as Amelia's here, I feel like we could do something.
it. Okay.
It's fine.
Anything else you'd like to do before the end of your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. At the beginning of the round, at the beginning of this turn, another vampire spawn emerges from the tree line behind. Oops, I put that on the wrong layer. It's not a map piece. That's a character token. There we go. This vampire. No. No. Oh my god. There we
She
go.
doesn't want to fight us.
Yeah, she's like, no, I'm good.
She sees the sunlight go inside and the two of you still out here.
Yeah.
She rushes forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And is going to make an attack against you, Amelia. But she connects. She rolls for 2 attacks. The second one does not hit, however. And you suffer 3 points of slashing damage as her claws catch into your leather armor and manage to break the surface. Janaga, the one holding you, is wrestling you, trying to keep you in position long enough to bend your head sideways and tries to take a chomp out of your neck.
Ah.
That is a natural 20. I promise I'm not making it up.
I trust you.
I don't.
And you suffer 12 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
as well as 7 points of necrotic damage. Your max hit point pool is reduced by 7. The vampire looks as it sinks in and starts drinking from your life force. It's looking like it's actually starting to recover a little bit.
Ah.
That is the vampire spawns. This one over to the left sees that the source of sunlight has gone inside and that the two of you are still out here. It's going to try and avoid the sunlight coming out of the door and can only make it to here. Cannot get close enough to attack you, but it's managing to skirt the outer ranges of the sunlight. E, it's now your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go back outside. I'm gonna come to right here. Because there's not vampire spawn in the church. So I'm just gonna come back out here because they're having a harder time. And I want to cast hold on. Oh. Sorry. I had it figured out.
It's okay.
It's all good. Also,
Okay.
don't forget that for everyone in the party, you do have that natural 20 sitting in your pocket because we had a $50 donation made during the week.
Yay!
And as a
But if
reminder,
anybody uses it and they're not like on death's door, I will find you and I will kill you.
as a reminder for anyone watching, if you do make a donation, link is recently posted by our Nightbot. Based on the amount that you donate, that may unlock special bonuses or buffs for these sisters as they go through combat. And these do not just last for today. I will let them stay in perpetuity for as long as you need them.
Okay, so question. If I were to cast Healing Spirit on Janaga, and she is still grappled, is she?
Yes. She's currently
Okay.
still grappled.
Can that also affect the vampire spawn?
Let's see.
It's like a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can definitely set down where it's at.
Okay.
And because the vampire is undead, healing spells work a little bit differently than with
Okay.
living creatures.
Differently, as in my favor, differently?
It's definitely not going to heal the vampire.
That's
Okay.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm gonna cast that. So I'm gonna cast it at a level 2.
Okay.
So you get 2d6, Janaga, to heal yourself, and I don't know how that would work for the vampire.
It just doesn't. So the vampire
Okay.
doesn't heal for anything. However, you coming back
Well, I mean,
outside does bring the sunlight back in, dealing 20 points of damage to all of the vampires.
Yay!
As their skin continues to sizzle and pop and burn, and they start to, like, those that have been standing in it the longest are starting to see flecks of ash begin to fall from their skin. The one that's actually holding Janaga is looking like it's falling to pieces as you approach. It is easily on death's door.
And so I'm gonna say, we don't need holy water, just water. Does anybody have water? I'm guessing that you guys are all confused because you have no idea how I would know this. But get water. Does anybody have water?
Chaos, water, this economy.
Right.
She's gonna like, this is on the ping, or is this just to the girls outside?
It's to everybody. It's on the ping.
Oh, so I'm gonna be like, what about wine?
Can we?
I
reverse
don't
order?
know. I kind of doubt it.
Okay.
E, you would know that it has to be pure water. It cannot be
Okay, yeah.
filtered. Like, it can't be
Mixed
Right.
with
tampered with
grapes.
or tainted. Yeah.
Right. No, it has to be just water. It can't be tea. Can't be wine. Just water. And so I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Oh, do I have to roll the 2d6 thing?
2d6 for what?
Her healing?
Oh,
Do
yes.
I do it or does she do it?
Dealer's choice. You can roll it or she can roll it, however you guys want to do it. As long as it's a player rolling for it, I'm
I'll
fine.
trust you, E.
Okay.
You're giving it to me.
There you
There
go.
you
11,
It's
11,
11 points back to you.
Yes.
Hey, Mandy.
Yes.
I'm gonna steal a comment from chat. Did you fall out of a vending machine? Cause you looking like a snack. That's where we are in today's society. Instead of you fell from heaven, you fell out the
Did
vending
she
machine
pick
because you was
also
a
with two
snack.
C's?
Yeah, with 2 C's. All right. So, does that end your turn, E?
Yes.
Okay, back at the top of the round. Let's reset everybody. Jayaz, you are inside alone tackling these 2 swarms of bats. What would you like to do?
I got this, fam. Alright. Famous last words. So now that the bats have conveniently come together,
Right now, over you.
over me, I am going to cast, and I think this is the first time I'm actually able to cast this with nobody else around.
That's what I think it is.
It's the first time you're not
so-
hitting a friend, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns.
Yay!
And just for like some big dick energy, I'm gonna cast it at level 2.
Okay.
So I guess
Big D.
I do this first. Hello? I hit the name. Why is it not doing anything, Adam?
That's fine. You don't have to hit anything.
Alright,
I
well,
have it up. You're fine. I'll read it out loud.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Or we could give like a TLDR.
Actually, I feel like there's going
What's
to be...
that mean?
Too long didn't read.
Oh.
Yeah.
TLDR, she's going to attack something, and when she does, the arrow is going to explode into a hail of thorns, hence the name, that will affect all creatures within 5 feet. If they fail a dexterity saving throw, they take 1d10
There
piercing
it is.
damage, or half as much on a successful save.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go for these bad. I'll still aim for these ones like to the side of me, since they're the ones I went with before. So Lego Yas is back out, even it's like close, but I'm still like so I'm gonna do that first.
Okay. Now, as you do, you are a skilled ranger. You've used this spell before. You've seen how it can affect your friends. You are in the blast radius. You know this. So
I
would
didn't
you
know that it took at me.
would you want to? It's any creature within 5 spaces of
Any-
you're attacking, and you are right up
So-
on this.
So yeah, I'm gonna just take like a yeet back.
Okay. Here's my recommendation.
But also attack of opportunity.
If you safety step over one to the right and attack the swarm of bats in the back, they'll get an attack of opportunity on you, but you'll be able to hit both of them without needing to move away from both, affording them both an attack of opportunity. That's your best option here.
Option. All right, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you take a safety step to the right.
I'm gonna be like, slide to the right. Slide to the right.
They try to
Shoot bats
attack,
this time.
and the bats swing for a very mighty 12.
And that does not
That
hit.
does not
And
hit,
actually,
so-
I'm looking. Hold on. I need to change this real quick. My armor class on Roll20 doesn't match my armor class on D&D Beyond. but
Okay.
it speaks.
Mine either.
So D&D Beyond is my source of truth, just because...
Yeah, that's I just
can't.
fixed it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to fix it on D&D Beyond, but I don't know how to change my armor class.
I'll
Okay.
take a look at your character, but it should calculate anything that you're already wearing. So, like, if you have a shield equipped, it should take that into account.
Oh, I don't think I've equipped it on there. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so
It
I
has
took.
Sorry.
I'm
I just
sorry.
noticed that I have on there.
Wait,
it
how
says
is-
that I have an armor class of 1.
Yeah, that can't be right. Oh,
You're
you're...
just-
Guys, on Roll20, my armor class is wrong.
My
Hold on.
base is 15, and
Let
I
me
have
fix.
2 like buffs, so I have an AC of 17.
Okay, so I just fixed you there, so that fixes some of it. Now I need to account for your ring of protection needs to be equipped. So you're
And then I have a
attuned to
cloak
that,
of protection.
and then your cloak.
Yeah.
The cloak of protection is not in your D&D inventory, so let me add that for you.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
No, it's okay. Those cloak of protection.
Yes.
Bam. Bam. Okay, you're fixed now. If you refresh your page,
Bam.
you'll see armor class 17. Both your items are on. You've got 2 magic items equipped now.
Yay, no longer a glass cannon.
Boom. That's the other nice thing about D&D Beyond. I just did that, and it took me like 2 seconds. It was super easy.
Yay. I have to look into D&D Beyond more because, like, I'm just so used to having
I'm using it for
Roll21.
my skills anymore
Yeah.
because the numbers are really off.
It's
Yeah.
like, please sponsor me, D&D Beyond. I love you.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
Okay,
You
so
guys make my stealth look bang.
Again.
back to the bat
Oops.
situation.
Yes.
The Batman situation. All right, so I took the step. They didn't hit me. Now I rolled an 11. Does that hit? Or
Let's see.
because I have some luck. I'm feeling lucky, I should say.
So, I believe you have to determine if you're using a luck point before I tell you if it fails or succeeds. So, do you feel lucky?
Here's a question. So I'm casting the spell. I get 2 attacks. So if this attack doesn't take, I can try with the second attack and the spell would still work?
Correct.
Or-
You basically
okay.
have the spell charged with concentration for up to 1 minute. So, if you get attacked and lose your concentration, you lose the spell.
Okay.
But you basically have that until you connect with an ability.
Okay. So then I won't use the luck point. I'll just hope that the 11 hits. And if it doesn't, I at least have a backup attack.
So you release the arrow as you take your safety step sideways. The bats take an attack at you as you step out of the square. And you are swarmed with bats. However, they don't manage to pierce your armor. However, it does throw off your aim. You do not connect.
Okay. Then I'm gonna like re-get my footing and then do it again.
You pivot over, you slide, your cloak is billowing behind you, you kind of draw anime pose and release an arrow. Go ahead and roll your die. 15, that does hit. So you manage to sink
Okay.
into a few of the bats, and as you do, the arrow
So
just explodes into tiny shrapnel. Go ahead and roll your
That's the
damage.
sound it makes, by the way, as the shrapnel. Yes! Alright, so I do my regular attack.
Yep.
And then I do... Well, I cast it at level 2, so it's
2d10. Yes.
Get fucked. 2d10. Roll.
13, not bad.
13. And
Alright.
then they have to do a
Dexterity save.
save, and it says Dex 11.
Okay. The first one's save. The second one's also save. So they take half, I believe, right? So they'll take 7 points.
Yeah.
Alright, and you were attacking the one in the back?
Yeah, the initial attack was the one to the side.
Got it.
And
So
then the
that
other ones
is-
get the...
Ooh. There's only like 3 bats left in that swarm. Like
Good.
there's not a lot of bats left.
Good.
I knew you could do it.
I'm like on the pig, like I'm doing it!
I'm doing the thing!
I'm using healing swords!
She's growing up.
Wouldn't it be unfortunate if the old man was like also
I-
nearby and I accidentally killed him?
I was thinking.
No! It hurts! I'm still alive!
Why is it raining though?
Just a flesh wound.
It's
Where's
just...
not a flesh wound?
I'm not dead yet!
Stand up and there's just a big thorn sticking out of his head.
Yeah.
Alright, Amelia, it is your turn. What would you like to do? It's also worth noting at this point that both of these vampires are also now threatened by your sneak attack because Janaga is threatening their squares. So, if you hit, don't forget to roll your additional 3d6.
Woo.
Okay, I'm gonna dagger the one in front of me then.
Dagger, dagger! Go ahead and roll 2 dagger attacks.
Dagger, dagger.
Oh no! Unfortunately, you take your daggers and you try and pierce through, but you are not able to pass their defenses. They manage to grab one and kind of push it out of the way. The other one they sidestep, cleaving into the air.
I hate vampires.
Is there anything else you would like to do? You still have your bonus action and your move.
No, I'll stay.
Okay. It is now the Swarmobats' turn. Swarmobats. Oh my god, stop moving. There we go.
Shawarma bats.
Swarmobats.
Shawarma bat.
So, the bats in the back here are going to take an attack at the man behind the altar. I'm going to re-roll that because that rolled over several
There's
things.
no man behind the curtain.
There is no
Sorry,
man.
I'll stop.
So that is exactly a 10. That doesn't beat an unarmored human's armor class. So the bats near you are going to move into position and take some attacks. The first one is an 18, so that definitely hits. However, given that there's only 3 bats, they only do half damage. So
Haha.
the other one is a 13, which I don't think hits you.
Nope.
All right. So the lesser bat cloud, basically, is going to make an attack against you, and you only suffer 2 points of damage. Janaga, it is your turn. If you would like, you can break the grapple by like struggling to get free, and then you can take your bonus action if you would like. But to fight your way out of the grapple would be a full round action, or a full turn. A full action. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Full action.
How badly damaged is the one that's on me now?
It is looking pretty rough.
Like, falling apart?
It's like it still has all of its limbs and they're still together, but like their body is turning to ash very quickly. You have the sense that if go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
Wait, let me check D&D Beyond. Let me see. Okay, it's the same. Good.
That is a nat 1, my friend.
Swamp.
That's right.
You
I was
can-
gonna do this thing.
That's okay. You can tell that she's like really rough and beat up. You're not quite
Yeah.
sure how close to being dead she
I'm
is.
still all ashy. I know what this
But as you're struggling, like you can feel the skin is starting to slip on yours. Like it's not firm and taut like the way that it was almost like steel before. Now it's
Yeah.
like coming loose and flaking and starting to
Yeah.
become ash. and it's kind of gross,
Get this girl some Aveeno, man.
right? She got them ashy elbows, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use Alari's laughter again since it's like you're almost done.
Yep, go ahead and roll.
What the?
Adam,
Yes.
did you do something to our
Did,
roll 20?
did you
I've
switch
done
my
nothing.
roll 20 and Jenna's roll 20 because
Hey.
I contacted customer support and was like, "Can you please change the random seed for
I
two of my
really want to
players?"
fuck with my players.
I just want to mess with people.
now that we've passed like the 1 year mark, like Mandy's been dealing with the shitty rolls for a year. I think it's time to change it up.
So you go to take a stab with Ilaria's laughter, and unfortunately, as you try to maneuver, you actually hold on.
No. Oh no. Oh, bless you.
Oh.
I'm hoping I muted myself in time for that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
You did. I just saw it happen, and so I was like, oh, he sneezed.
Okay. There we go. Whew. Yeah, you go to like make a stabbing motion, but you actually fumble. Your hand slide forward off the grip, and Ilaria's laughter falls to the ground at your feet. Your arms are now like pinned to your sides as this vampire's holding you. Like, hold me closer, Janaga Fo Chaco. And you're
I
like
was
rocking
gonna
back and
just
forth
sing.
together. It is now the vampire spawn's turn.
We're dead.
The one that's holding you is going to actually let go of you
Hey.
and start sprinting opposite of the sun.
Yay!
The
Oh, you're the best.
vampire spawn in front of Amelia is going to
Yes.
make a claw attack. The first one is a 3, and the second one is a 12, which I don't think hits either.
Nope.
Cool. So that vampire did not do too great. And then this one behind also starts to sprint off away into the night, away from E's
God damn it! Of course
sunny
they go opposite
disposition.
directions.
And E, it's now your turn.
Okay.
You've got the one vampire spawn in front of you, which, as your turn begins, it suffers at radiant sun damage. 5, 10, 15, 20. And guess who's not out of range?
Yay!
As the vampire spawn off to the top right starts to sprint into the night with almost
make it good.
supernatural speed, it manages to get about 30 feet away from where it was standing before its legs start to just sizzle, burn, turn golden, and just shatter underneath of her weight. She falls forward, the bottom half of her body completely ashed, and as she's reaching forward, she screams this inhuman screech as her body just flares from the waist all the way up to the top, and she disappears in golden light and black ash.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, it's easy. I'm just kidding.
It's easy to kill a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Behind
magical
you,
items.
the other vampire continues to run in the opposite direction and similarly starts to sizzle, smoke, pop as their body starts to blister and this steam and ash starts to fly away from its body. However, it's still holding its constitution together. And the one in
Okay.
front of you is deteriorating all the same. Janaga, you are no longer grappled.
Yeah.
Yay!
E, what would you like to do?
Gonna poison spray the fucker in front of me.
Go for it.
But I'm gonna move up here so that I'm not gonna get the girls.
Okay.
Thank you.
Imagine that, thinking of your teammates before casting a spell.
Who does that? That's so
Imagine
bizarre.
1018 and I don't know what year it is.
16.
16. Alright. That is a nice chunk of damage. I need to make a dexterity saving throw for them. Which they do not make. That is a 7.
Woohoo!
So yeah, they suffer the full damage. They suffer 16 points of poison damage. Alright. The poison does manage to seep into the vampire spawn's. It inhales and breathes deep, which is weird because vampires don't need to breathe. And it doesn't look like they're trying to breathe. It looks more like the mist is kind of forcing its way inside of their body and settling.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to hack and bleed from the mouth as its insides are starting to deteriorate. The blood is black and gooey, and it's almost like this toxic substance rather than healthy human blood.
Cool.
Yum.
Which
Yeah.
brings
Kill it.
us
Kill it.
to the top of the round. Unless you wanted to finish the rest of your move or anything, you can still do that.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay, that
I
takes
can
us
still
to
do stuff.
yeah. So you had the one spell, which is your action. You only moved like 5 feet, I think.
5 feet.
Yeah, so you still got 25 feet of movement if you really want to use it.
I think I have 30.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually gonna move closer to this other guy so that the sun's closer.
Okay.
No, wait, I don't have to.
So the range on that is 60 feet. So it will
Right,
probably
so
use
it still
its
reaches
next...
him.
Yeah, it'll probably use its next action to do a full round dash and get out of here, but
Okay.
we
Yeah, this is
shall
all I
see.
can do right now.
Okay. So top of the round, Jayaz, it's now your turn. You've got 2 swarms of bats. Technically, it looks like one really big swarm of bats, and then maybe some that just got lost and are standing next to them. There's a little bit of
Great.
distance.
So you know what I just remembered I have?
What did
'Cause I'm
you
an
just
idiot.
remember that you had?
Remember that
Goodberries?
time, besides Goodberries, remember when I got to choose a special and I was like, Horde Breaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for this, isn't it?
Yeah, this is that situation.
Also, before you
what
take
is
your action,
this?
because it's the top of the round and I refreshed the campaign website, thank you to Blind Fury for donating $20 and granting our heroines 2 rolls with advantage. So you now have 2 advantage rolls packed into your utility belt as well. So we've got
Nice.
2
I'm gonna
individual
write this
roll with
down.
advantage and 1 natural 20.
Thanks, Tiger Mom.
All our moms.
Yeah, here all of our mom now. Okay, so Horde Breaker, once on each of your turns, when we make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is with 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon. And from what I'm reading, it's just a bonus, I guess, action kind of thing. Or it's not a spell, nothing like that.
I don't believe so. I think it's just your bonus action. Let me double check just to be sure. Also, I love that I have all of your character sheets right here.
That's so nice.
Alright, so that's a feat of yours, right?
It's, is it under? Yeah, features and traits.
Okay, features and traits. Feats.
Yeah, Horde Breaker, no action, it says.
Yeah, that's just, it's not even a bonus attack, it's just as part of the same attack.
As part of the action.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you announce an attack on this one, you also get to attack the one next to it for free.
Well, guess what?
It also doesn't specify how many times you can do that per turn, so technically when you do both of your attacks, you can do that.
Yeah, that's what, you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I am.
So here's the other thing with my short swords. We're gonna have to do some math because my short swords, I get 2 attacks. So then I'm gonna be attacking the first group, and I would get 2 swings, and then I get the Horde Breaker. Would that still be 2 swings on the second group, or just 1?
I think because you also have 2 weapons.
Because I have
fighting, you get
2
both.
weapon fighting. So I'm gonna be fwink, 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 fwink.
Yeah.
And then I get my second round of attacks. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
All
You're
right.
just like one of those chefs at what are they? The
Yeah, like
Japanese,
Benihana's.
Yeah.
yeah, and they're just like.
So that's pretty much what's about to happen. So it's gonna end up being 8 swings in total.
Have you ever looked inside of a Ninja Tech blender while it's on? It's gonna look a lot like this.
Oh my god! Ugh.
Prepare yourselves though for 8 straight nat ones.
No,
Bats.
don't say
Will it
that.
blend?
I don't need that screen
Oh,
to be
And by
yes,
that
I love
one-
those videos.
I mean, that one. Okay. cancel.
Boo.
I'm gonna give you my pun crown.
Thank you. All right.
I want to make
so-
you have disadvantage on all these rolls so bad. So bad.
I'll be using luck points.
I have a spell that can counteract that. Don't worry.
I would like to use spell Go Against DM.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanna cast that. All right, so I'm gonna start by attacking that first group.
Okay.
So we got 1,
That definitely
2.
hits. That definitely hits too. Go ahead and roll damage.
Bing, boom.
Uh,
Twink, twink.
So with a few mighty slashes, as you essentially break out into this breakdance of swords and sharp edges, you manage to cleave through the air, severing the remaining 3 bats cleanly in half each. Just thump, thump, right down the middle on each. Done.
All right, and then I'm gonna turn to the other ones immediately. And this is now the horde breaker part of
Correct.
that action. Foink, foink.
The 29 or the
Oh.
24 definitely hits. The 9 unfortunately does not.
Does not. All right.
So 9 points.
And
Reduce
then
by
now
half.
I'm taking my second attack on them, which it kind of sucks. The other ones died already because now I only get wings.
That is literally their AC. You just barely managed to touch
Oh,
one.
man.
I was like just like
Okay.
I was getting ahead of myself. I think there.
All right, so 5 and 5. That is almost enough. So close. There are 4 bats left standing / flapping in that space.
And now, if I took a step back, because like even though I'm diagonal, they would get an attack of opportunity.
if you move 5 squares away, so if you move around them in any of the 9 squares that are in their immediate vicinity, that doesn't
okay.
threaten. But if you move outside of
okay.
those 9 squares, then yeah, they'll get an attack on you.
Okay, then I'm not gonna move. I'm just now I got my blades out. I'm having a grand old time. Like
Okay.
I mean, like church is fun.
He's flipping shrimp into people's mouths and everything. I mean, it's
Like the old man's in the back, and I like freaking like a
You
dead
just-
bat flies towards him. Like
It's not even the dead bat; it's just the head. Just like thunk, bing, just bounces, flies over.
yes, it's
They're
beautiful.
the worst.
Perfect. All right, it is now Amelia's turn. Amelia, you are staring down this vampire that is also similarly like falling apart in ashes. The sunlight is really wrecking its face.
I don't know. I don't trust any of my weapons anymore. Can I just punch it?
I mean, yeah, you can.
Like
You absolutely
in
can.
the face.
I don't know if that would be effective, but there's only one way to find out.
I'm just gonna
Maybe,
punch it in the
Blade.
face.
Do you have a water skin?
Yes.
Fling it on the vampire spawn.
Ooh, that's an idea. Yeah, go ahead and roll a attack to throw a water bottle.
Okay.
Roll with advantage because this is creative and I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Yay!
Yay!
So you very quickly reach underneath your cloak. You withdraw your water skinning, like pull the cork out and chuck it all in one fluid motion. Haha, water puns.
Jesus.
How does water work?
How does water work? The water starts to cascade down the vampire, and as it does, you begin to see like where the water's touching and falling down, it's searing like acid into her skin. And it's beginning to just peel away surfaces and build like canals all down her body. It was a full water skin that is beginning to very quickly empty throughout her body.
Mhm.
Suffers 20 points of acid damage.
Dope. And then I look at E, and I'm like, how'd you know that?
We can talk about this later.
Don't worry about it.
Mom, I know everything.
Yeah, just elderly wisdom, that's all.
I don't want that water sack anymore, guys. I need to buy it.
Okay. Well, we're going to the store after.
Uh,
The water sack store.
With that said, you do have your bonus action for your cunning action if you want to use that. So you could run away and start heading inside without getting hurt if you wanted
Should
to.
I? I mean, I'm not really much of a help out here.
This one is also like on death's door. Like the one that ran away looked better than this one, and that one burst into flames as soon as like it got far enough away.
We eating good tonight, boys.
I guess I'll try to make my way inside.
Okay.
So I'll go as far as I can.
So you use your cunning action to disengage. 5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20, 25, 30. That can take you like right inside here if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Your token is so teeny tiny.
I think it's a half.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I do have a task written down to actually update your portraits because we have the beautiful character art that was done. I want to make like little portraits that have your face in the circle that we use instead.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
So I think
Yeah,
that'd be
because
neat.
I never see Janaga's character token. Like, I lose it all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Mentor, remember?
Janaga? Janaga, where are
Where
you?
do I go?
Hello?
That got wands for some reason.
Yeah. So it is now the bat's turn. The swarm of bats here are going to make an attack against the man behind the altar. They rolled a 3. These are the worst bats of all time.
They're doing their best, okay?
Yes.
Well, the ones standing by you actually are doing their best. They rolled an 18, plus 4 is a 22.
Don't be overachievers, fucking try hard bats.
However, there's not that many bats left in the swarm, so the ones that are coming at you are very feebly trying to break through your leather armor. However, one of them does manage to find a gap and manages to get you real good on the face. You suffer 4 points of damage.
On the face?
On the face.
Do I get a
Money maker.
Do I get
Oh
an
my
attack of opportunity on this on this creature?
Unfortunately, you do not.
Oh.
No.
It is now Janaga's turn.
Okay, I'm picking up my damn sword again.
You pick up the sword. It's a free
Yeah.
action, you just grab it.
And I'm gonna go after this vampire.
Do it.
Yeah. You give me another. Yay!
That's the payoff! There's the payoff! Nat 20. Go ahead and roll your
Game is
damage.
rigged.
I go from a 1 to a 10.
This game is rigged.
Yeah, that's how this game works.
Woohoo!
Alright, so that is
That's a lot.
10, 16, 21 points of damage.
I was mad.
So, as the vampire is hit with this water bottle and it starts to basically have a Wicked Witch of the West moment where it's melting and it's just falling to pieces, describe how you would like to end it, because you are about to kill this thing.
I basically just stabbed it through the heart and then pulled it up so its head is split open. That's how mad I was at that point.
So you take Ilaria's laughter, you thrust it into her chest, straight through her heart, and as you do, you rip it upward with a flourish, the blade so insanely magically sharp that it just slides like butter outside the top of her skull, causing her top to kind of like a little bit before it falls backwards and ashes, similar to like when you watch like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It just goes
Oh.
yeah. And then that is dead. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
I just want to look at that one that's like off in the distance. Just like that could happen to you.
You turn around and give it eyes like,
Only you could prevent yourself on fire.
Well, come over here. I got you.
alright, E, it's your turn. And as you start your turn, the vampire that Janaga's making eyes at is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yep, it is not far enough away.
Yay! So I'm just gonna turn around. That's all I'm gonna do.
You turn around, and as you do, this beacon of daylight that's already emanating in every single direction moves almost like a lighthouse beacon across the darkness and just goes whom and just cleaves across the vampire like a laser.
the sound that like sunlight makes?
Sure.
Like
it's
it's in a Michael Bay movie.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
sound of sunlight is essentially just the Inception whom, so it's fine.
That's exactly what I was going.
Inception
in the
whom.
future, we should get a soundboard.
Ooh, I have a soundboard in here. Is the
Really, boop, 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 boop.
insert
Michael
track?
Bay
Hold on,
voice.
please tell me that there's like an Inception whom. There's not. Darn
Aw,
it!
man.
I would have been so excited. That was
And
worth
I'm just
it.
Damn it. They'll be
Just
for
gonna
the
dust
future.
off.
Actually, wait,
My
I'm running the stream.
shoulders.
I can do this. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you can. You can do this.
You could just add it.
This is a trailer from YouTube. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yes!
Brazilian parasite.
We won't hear it.
You won't
though,
hear it,
'cause-
but the stream will. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Sorry.
I can see
Yes.
what you're doing on Twitch.
So there you go. That made me happy. We can watch that on the VOD later and laugh about it.
Oh.
So that takes us back to you still have movement if you would like to try and make your way into the church.
Sure, I'll go inside.
Okay.
I was hoping I'd have the situation like completely handled by the
One,
time
So-
I came in.
two,
That's the closest
three,
you can get.
4, 5. Yeah. I can go
Perfect.
to here.
Yes.
Okay. Can I poison spray?
You can also thank you to Krug for a $10 donation. That's another advantage in the sister's pocket.
Woohoo!
And another $10 for Team
What
Rubicon.
advantage is that?
That is an advantage on any dice roll that you would like.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have 3.
Yes.
Sweet.
So you've got 3 advantages and 1 nat 20 banked up.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay. 2d12. You gonna die, sucker. Yeah, you gonna die.
Yeah, that's probably gonna do it even if I make my save here, so... Oh, look at that, I rolled a 2! Most dexterous bats. So describe how your poison's gonna just attack these things.
I'm just gonna, like, stand there sideways, like, twisting it, and then just fling it at him.
You just go...
Like, she doesn't need big motions. She just knows that she's the shit. She's gonna hold it sideways and then just... Oh, no, I'm gonna go... I'm gonna blow it into them.
So as you kind of do one of these, I imagine the camera from the like a straight-on perspective. You do that, and for anyone who's seen Venom lately, that like teeth and tongue like sharp thing, it just the
Yes.
wisps just come up and curl into a face like that, and just and chomp down on the camera. It's beautiful.
This poison spray is getting a little spicy the more it grows up. It's gonna be sentient
Yeah.
soon.
It's the rebellious teenage years.
Ferocious.
But yeah,
Oh gosh, I can't wait until it's its fully evolved form. It's gonna
gonna be this
so
monster
cool.
cloud.
Be a hunter everywhere. You're
It's
just getting a hunter
no.
all year round.
Night on Bald Mountain is what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so cool.
So that eliminates the remaining bats from that cloud. There's one swarm of bats that has been terrorizing this poor man behind this altar for God knows how long.
Gotcha, Grandpa!
That brings us to the top of the round. Jayaz, it is your turn.
Alright, now that that's taken care of, I'm constantly switching back and forth between like daggers, like a yes dagger. Like so I'm like shake.
Totally Betty Hana.
You've been playing too
Yeah.
much. You've been playing too much Battle Mercy lately. You're just swapping between like your staff and your pistol.
That's
real fast.
it. It's really everybody's like, wow, look how talented, and I'm like, I just keep accidentally scrolling the wheel. Yeah. So I'm just gonna shake,
All
do
right.
the thing.
Go ahead and roll. That one hits.
Oh,
And you have-
that's right. It is 12.
Yep, and you have 2 attacks.
Wink. So that's 1, and then I'm immediately gonna like re-notch.
Do it. That hits. 17 points.
I I don't do that in the church. I take that back.
I think it's safe to say that there's no one here that's going to be offended at this point.
You. Yeah, that's interior you, the little chibi version of you that I.
Yeah.
I just
that's
imagine.
just-
So, if there was a deity that Jayaz was worshipping, would they be like, oh, you know what? I feel like you would worship Lathander. Is that true?
I was gonna say Lathander.
Little Lathander action. You're just kind of like in the middle of the church and oh no, sorry, like Lathander.
Lathander, I'm gonna just like bring it down.
I forgot we had that stupid hand motion. Oh,
Like, wait, what's it?
it was that.
What is this?
This is how you are blessed by Lathander.
Light be with you from Lathander.
Lathander.
God, why do I do this on stream?
Look how from laughing my chest is all red.
Oh my gosh!
I was gonna say, Mandy, whoa, we're on Twitch. You're gonna get us flagged. Calm down.
Mon gosh, yes.
Just don't
You
show your
happy?
feet. We're good.
Yeah.
Anna's not watching. I feel like she would have said something by now.
Yeah.
All right.
The Lord
That
of Light.
takes us to.
Oh wait, I get a movement though.
You do get a move. What would you like to do?
Now I'm gonna actually. Could I, since I'm right next to, since this is like pretty much kind of handled, can I like sidestep over then to this thing of water, the holy water, and get some holy water as a bonus action?
Sure. Are you pouring it into something?
Yeah, I actually, this is something I actually looked up earlier. I happen to still have, wait, how do I extend that? How do I read the full title? Hello?
Bonjour.
Oh, bonjour.
Salut, ça va?
It just, I never finished writing. I have in my inventory picture from I forget where I picked it up from, but I happen to have a picture on me. So I'm just
Probably
gonna,
the bar.
Yeah, you probably took it from the
Oh,
wall.
well, no,
You get
this
it from
one's
the
like,
Stani?
I feel like I got this from the murder house, actually.
Oh,
For
okay.
some reason is what I'm remembering. But yeah, so I'm just gonna like dip the picture in and like
All I remember about that
have
was
like a
being
picture of holy
impressed about
water.
A room full of bread being molded.
In your inventory.
We don't talk about that.
Hold
Those
on.
are dark days.
It
Darker
literally,
than vampires.
yeah, at the bottom.
Yeah, weird. Oh, you know why? Because they did the update from old Roll20 to new Roll20 character sheets. It probably
Yeah.
only saved that portion of it,
So
and that would have
much.
been early on. So, Elixir of Dead Rat, isn't that from, like, the Vault of the Master that we did?
Made out of-
So this
Yeah,
picture is from
that's-
a long time ago.
Yeah, the dead rat is from when we saved Calstrix, and then I got the picture right after. That's why I think it's from Murder House.
Got it. Yeah, sounds about right.
You're like, I'm gonna make something amazing. This dead rat.
This dead rat, by the way, has been like
Dead
chilling
rat.
for a while.
Well, it's Potion of Dead Rat. Like, it was a potion that you found that was bottled from
And
a
then
dead
I
rat.
put a dead rat into the potion.
Right, to keep it like, oh, that's what this is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, we do things.
Ooh.
We know
We're so
stuff.
messed up.
There's rat blood in it. You could probably poison a vampire.
Oh, hold on. I did slide over to do that. So yeah, now I have my pitcher of holy water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's envy for me.
That is now Amelia's turn. Amelia, welcome to the church.
Welcome to church.
What do I want to do? Well, I gotta move up first.
That you do.
5, 10, 15,
30
move up.
feet can get you on top of the altar, pretty much.
Ooh, go on top of the altar. That'll be fun.
Anyway.
You could also probably stealth, because the Swarm of Bats don't know that you're there. They can't see you. Although,
I think both of our stealths are really good.
That's a good idea, Adam.
Yours is always better than mine.
I mean, they are bats, and bats can also see in the dark. I just realized that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, though. So you go
I'm
to
sorry
stealth.
for Charlie.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you go to stealth. You think you're, like, maybe hidden. I don't know. You're pretty sure that people could probably find you, though. This church is very well lit for being under attack, surprisingly.
It's an 11. It's over a 10.
Oh!
I mean, I have +9 to stealth.
Then yeah, that's actually not a terrible roll. Yeah, you find some shadowy corners and you're kind of like, I'm gonna skulk around.
Can I just go scare Jayos then?
Absolutely.
Why?
I'm just kidding, then.
No, you absolutely can. Do it. Do it.
Fine, I will. That's what I'll do.
No.
I'll sneak up, walking down the hallway, and I guess I see her right there, so I'll sneak up and I'm not even gonna come out of the hallway. I'll just put my hand out and grab her shoulder.
Perfect.
My God.
Jayaz, make a dexterity saving check.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh.
You feel this shoulder and you're kind of like, ah! And you do this with the jug, the pitcher. But you're lock your hands around it in midair. You're like...
I just give her the look.
Dope.
My jar.
Now I'm gonna throw my daggers at the thing.
Go for it. You chuck some daggers out. You also get your sneak attack bonus because you are hidden.
What does that give me?
So the 9 doesn't hit, however the 24 does. So go ahead and roll your damage, plus I believe you get 3d6 additional damage on top of that. Let me double check. Go to Amelia. Features and traits. Class features. Sneak attack, 3d6, yes. So, you get 7 plus 3 plus 6. Oh my god. Math. 9, 16,
10, 16.
21.
They're dead! Yay!
That was 10, 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said 10. You said 9. I was confused.
Well, I was
He's
doing
been
the
mathing real good today.
6. I was doing 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 7 is 16, plus 5 is 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do weird, try and stack numbers that make sense to me. It doesn't work for anybody else. So I went to a terrible school that did not teach base math, and then they tried to teach us everything on top of it, so my math is all fucky.
Can confirm.
Same.
Winslow? Alright, so yeah, that's enough to decimate this swarm of bats. You just,
Yes.
grab a series of daggers from underneath your cloak, just go, and just chuck all of them at once.
And
And
stick to the wall.
it's almost like something out of a ninja movie where it's like and just a whole bunch of them are stuck to the wall.
That's so cool.
And that ends combat. Jinaga, do you run into the church after them?
Yeah, I do. I'm just,
Wonderful.
Yep.
So,
Is
As-
anybody... Never mind, sorry.
I was gonna
Go
say-
ahead, go ahead.
it looks for the moment that things have calmed down and combat has ended. From behind the altar, an older man stands up who is balding on the top, has some white, longer hair kind of on the sides. He's wearing priestly vestments and has symbols of Pelor, the sun god, on both shoulders. And as he stands up, he's like, "Thank you. I believe most of the congregation got out. I hope they got to safety. However, I don't know what." And as he's talking, you hear this almost guttural laughter as a bat, just a single bat, swoops in.
No. No.
I still have daylight.
You do still have daylight up.
I'm just holding the pitcher of water,
A single bat comes through and lands, but before it touches onto the ground, these limbs begin to unfold, and this unraveling of what looks like crimson silk with black embroidery just folding out in the bat form
Oh my gosh.
reveals himself to be
after the break.
nope.
No, don't do that!
I'm kidding.
Find out next week.
No!
the Lord Strahd von Zarovich standing before you.
It's been a year and we finally get him.
This is so
He immediately
great.
grabs Father Donovan by the
Okay.
neck, pulls him close, and his gestures and his way of talking are not grand, they're not loud in presentation, but the center of the church almost reverberates his bassy, deep voice. So you're the guests to my realm that have brought hope to this place. We can't have that now, can we? And he looks down at Father Donovan, who has gone pale white, and with a flick of his wrist, snaps his neck and lets his body fall forward over the altar.
My God. Oh.
Let's see just what you think you're capable of. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Can we get some F's in chat for our party?
Shit is about to get so real.
Shut up, Adam!
We're going to die tonight.
Oh my God.
A dying only stream, by the way.
Oh, and I thought I was doing so well. No.
Y'all are doing pretty good. Don't stress too much.
Who the hell is that freaking vampire hunter?
And
I
with
feel like, real quick, I was gonna say, I feel like this is like, you know, the con kind of moment, except
Yeah.
we're all like, Strahd!
Good times,
Oh.
good times. So we're going to take a quick 15-minute break here. So feel free to refresh your drinks, hit the restroom if you need to, grab some snacks, get some popcorn, come back, and watch this shit show that's
Try not
about to unfold.
die.
Yeah. Also, make sure, like we said, we're doing the partner up with Team Rubicon for charity for all the hurricane victims. So if you go to the link that I just put in chat, you could read about Team Rubicon, what they do, what they stand for. It's a nice little read during the break. And if you feel kind enough to make a donation, you could do so as well there. And every little bit counts. And thank you so much to the people that have donated so far.
Oh, Shadow's assassin. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. And also study up on why we're f***ing out about Strahd.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, so we'll be back at about quarter to the hour, about 15 minutes or so, and we'll see you then. We're going to break.
Okay.
And we're back. We had some good therapy sessions over the break. Everyone feels strong and confident going into this.
I don't like how you said strong, like
There's
strong.
never enough therapy.
Strong.
Strong. Everything's
There's
gonna be
never enough
fine.
therapy when it comes to this.
D&D is therapy.
You could stop with the maniacal laughter anytime.
I would love to, but I just can't. I'm so method acting right now. Just feel like an evil villain.
Can I do a product placement real quick?
Sure.
While we're
Hashtag not sponsored, please sponsor us.
yeah, hashtag not sponsored. I don't even know if these are available everywhere because I only ever find them at Wawa. But Zap's potato chips makes these voodoo chips, which is like barbecue and salt and vinegar had a baby. So Zap's voodoo for when you're going against Strahd, the like king of the fucking vampires, and you're like really concernicus. Zap's. That was my
It's a good spot. I like it.
Hire me.
Alright. So, Father Donovan's body slumps across the altar. Strahd slowly begins to walk around the outside of the altar, tracing his hand on the marble inlay as he does, drawing a claw down and piercing the marble stone, and just dragging all the way across as he comes by. He's now standing in front of the altar and says, "My honored guests, it is so nice to finally meet you. Tell me, which one of you did the trick with the sun at the Blazing Festival? That was rather something." He looks
I'm
at...
not gonna answer. I'm just gonna breathe real hard and angry. But because he obviously knows I'm the magic user.
Yep. He is looking at the glowing daylight coming from your...
It's like a dove, and can it actually, like, when I did it into the dove as the totem, can it be perched on my shoulder, like animated?
I would say yes. It's just not gonna be able to like fly around the room or anything.
Right.
Just-
No.
Yeah.
Just like sitting there, so I don't have to hold it.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Yes. Okay. So as Strahd walks around and begins to feel the sizzling of the sun in the daylight, he's like, we can't have that now, can we? And he reaches out with one long arm and just kind of gently strokes the air. And as he does, this inky cloud of black matter just begins to envelop your shoulder. And you reach up. You can reach into the darkness just fine. You can feel your totem is still there, perfectly normal. But the light begins to get choked out. And you can see struggling sunbeams getting strangled by this inky black darkness that begins to form. And the light within the room starts to just suppress until the final rays of sun are gone. Now,
I'm just gonna
We
still
can-
stand strong. I'm not gonna be afraid.
and now we can chat. So, tell me, what brings you here? Oh, never mind. It was my Vistani that brought you to me. They are so so lovely, delightful. Tell me, have you been enjoying your stay?
You tell me. I know you've seen every bit of it.
Oh, not all of it. I've got very pressing matters to attend to. However,
Mhm.
I do notice that you're traveling with my love, Tatiana. Tatiana is
Irina?
definitely not a name that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Although you do recall reading it.
I'm sorry.
You recall reading it in his
Oh, the journal.
journal.
Right.
Irina, I believe I've seen this woman around. She looks so much like my Tatiana. She will be mine. And he has this look of perverse hunger on his face, where you're not sure what exactly he means by that.
No, she won't.
Oh?
Uh-oh. We're gonna have a grandstand.
Shit.
He begins to walk into the center of the church. And what do you plan on doing to stop me?
We haven't figured that out yet, but we're going to.
Well, I'll make it easy. He spreads his arms wide, opening up the cape, thrusts his face forward and goes, "Go on. The first one's free." And he's just sitting there waiting for you to hit him.
I hate
Can I
everything
just
about this.
across
Okay.
them to
Huh?
not act? I
Sure.
just want
No.
to throw my
No.
arm out in front of them to gesture to not do anything.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm gonna act like that. Has he taken a turn in combat yet?
Nope.
I'm gonna use
No.
assassinate
Go for it.
Oh my
and throw a
god!
dagger
Oh
at
my
him.
god! No!
I can't watch, Mom.
Oh my god!
A 16 does
Do I
hit.
add anything to
It
that?
does hit.
Yeah, so you would normally on your character sheet on D&D Beyond in the
Okay, so
hit
that's a
DC.
22 to hit.
Yeah, so 22 definitely hits.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll for damage.
Shit scared. Oh god.
And you get what? Your assassinate damage. You don't get sneak attack because he can definitely see you. But I'll say you get your assassinate bonuses off because he hasn't acted yet. So that gives you advantage on the attack rolls, and any hit that you score is a critical hit. So you've already hit.
Okay.
So whatever you do is guaranteed to double the dice for your crit. So you just need to roll your dagger damage, which is 1d4 plus 3, and we'll say that you launched 2 daggers at him.
So 6 each plus,
Mhm.
so it's 12, 24 damage.
Yep. So you fling these daggers, and they thunk, thunk, right into his center mass, like straight in, and they are deep. He stands, arms outspread, unflinching, eyes closed, waiting. He opens his eyes,
Turn to her.
and he reaches in and twists the blades before pulling them out. And as he does, almost supernaturally fast, the wounds are immediately sealed. Not like vampire regeneration that some of you might have seen before. This is abnormally, inhumanly, unrecognizably fast.
Yeah, we need that sword.
I'm gonna turn to Amelia and say, "You impetuous, foolish child."
Jayos is just, she
I'm not
hasn't
even-
reacted. She's just holding the pitcher of water still, like,
I'm by the door if anybody wants to sneak out with me.
Strahd looks down the
It's
hallway
no good.
and addresses you, E. He goes, Now, this is a cordial visit. We're all friends here." And he looks immediately like down the back of the hallway to where Janaga is as she's walking up the hallway. "Aren't we, dear? We're all friends here." Janaga, I would like you to make me a will save, please. I believe it's wisdom.
oh my god.
What was it? What save?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
20. You feel this ice cold glare from him, and this piercing chill begins to creep up the back of your mind before it becomes warm and fuzzy and friendly, and you feel your shoulders relax a little bit. You're like, he's right. He hasn't done anything super aggressive yet. Like,
Oh
there's no...
no!
But as soon as that thought begins to cross your mind, you shake your head vigorously, and you're kind of like, wait a minute, no, this is not okay, something's wrong. And you feel this cloud literally lift from your mind, almost as if it's being pulled from the top of your scalp out, as this fine web of, tingling sensation leaves your body. You have successfully staved off Strahd's attempt to charm you.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I like this one. She's strong-willed.
I'm just looking around like, who are you talking to?
Oh, he's making direct eye contact with you. Like,
I'm just like,
he's
Now,
just,
like,
bam, locked
Chris, is
in.
that something that she would realize that like she said that, or would she kind of
Yeah,
like
like,
forget
did I say
that she?
out loud?
Yeah, you remember,
She-
so that was a
okay.
thought that you had, like, the thought entered your mind. You didn't say anything out loud, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Go on. I'm still here. She got her free hit. Who else would like to take a shot? If it helps you get out your aggression and we can chat like normal friends.
I have in my bag a scroll of spiritual weapon.
Okay.
How do I use that?
So, since you are not a trained magic user for that spell, I will let you try to activate it. However, we're going to roll for it. Let me see what level... You said it was spectral weapon?
Spiritual.
Spiritual weapon. Okay. Let's see. So that is a second level spell. Go ahead and roll a 1d20 with your intelligence modifier to try and activate the scroll. D20, not D12.
D20?
Yep.
We'll take the D12.
You also have your advantage bonuses and that natural 20 bonus sitting in the wings. I will let any of you use them before I announce whether or not it succeeds or fails.
Guys, what do you want to
I
do?
don't think we should use it yet.
Okay.
I don't think we should use it yet.
Okay.
We're not using it. Never mind.
So you attempt
So I
to read the scroll, and as you're you pull it out, you start reading from it, which the runes begin to activate with this glowing light, but as you accidentally mispronounce something, the spell begins to fade, and the energy is released. However, the text on the page still begins to consume itself as you're reading it, and you lose the spell. The scroll is no longer charged with the spell.
E is so mad at her right now.
This is your guys'
So
fault,
mad.
not mine. You guys broke into the house.
I don't think he cares about the house. I think he just wanted to see us after a while.
Can we just get this over with? What do you want to talk about? We know that you're powerful. You don't have to keep flinging it around. Just talk to us.
Ooh, fiery. I like this. Well,
And E can't hide it. She's a little flattered because she's susceptible to his charm. But she's trying to stay just mad.
That like mad, but also kind of into it. Like,
Yes, it's a fault that she has.
so Strahd steps forward and goes, "What do I want? Is irrelevant. I will get what I want. That's not a problem or a concern of yours." And he takes a threatening step forward. However, I am a gentleman, and I would love to have you all for dinner. And he actually withdraws a small envelope from underneath of his cloak.
I don't like how I said that.
Uh-huh. Nice use of words there.
So you have a
That's
choice.
great.
You may join me for a night of revelry, shall we call it. And he extends the envelope to all four of you. Well, it's rude to not accept an invitation.
E, burn it.
I'll take it.
You take it from his hands,
Yes.
and with lightning fast reflexes, almost too quick for you to see or react to, he is behind you, opposite of the other girls on your left. His face is like right next to yours. His skin temperature is so cold you can feel the heat leaving your body. He's like, I can't.
All of us feel this?
No, just Eve.
Oh.
He's like,
I was like, whoa, what?
I can't wait to see what you all think you can do. And he, like...
Did he brush my hair back by any chance?
I'm gonna say yes.
You want him to?
No, there's a reason.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
She's
And he
scarred.
he
Okay.
notices, and he takes just a very gentle lick across the nape of your neck over where the other scars already exist. Tainted.
Oh my god.
Unfortunate. But I think this will do just fine. And with that, he vanishes from where he is next to you, is now leaning back on the altar, and is staring at all four of you. Now,
He is flushed.
I'm excited to have you all over. I have preparations to make. And he looks up at the sky. I believe you'll be compelled to come visit me very soon. And he kind of gives like a little, like one of these. And he laughs as behind you, you hear a series of loud explosions coming from outside of the church. Strahd begins to laugh and cackle maniacally
No.
before bidding you all adieu and vanishing in a cloud of mist that then his form begins to melt away, and the details of his face are all that linger in the mist before it begins to
As
pull
he
out
starts disappearing, can I throw the pitcher of water at him?
Go ahead, roll a d20.
Just like a straight D20?
Straight d20, we'll say you can add your normal, not your proficiency modifier, but your dex. So
My
plus
dex
3.
modifier?
Yeah, so plus 3.
I got a 12, but can I use a luck point
Sure.
to reroll? Okay.
What was it?
I shit you not.
A 20?
A 20.
Nice! Very nice!
I mean, not that the plus would matter, but nat 20, baby! This
All right.
dice has been really good for me tonight.
So, as he's beginning to shapeshift, he's making a show of it. He's taking his time. He's clearly, like, putting on a presentation for you. You're not having any of it. You grab the pitcher by the base. Like, not even from the handle. You're just like, and chuck it
Yeah, I
water
just
side
wanna, like-
out. Like, it hits him physically and begins to burst and splatter across his chest. And he loses his focus for a moment and actually resolidifies. And you hear and see the sizzling of all of the water that hits outside of where his cloak and everything is. Like, anything that touches bare skin begins to sizzle immediately. But then just as quickly reshapes, and all of the damage just vanishes. He is untouched, aside from some damp spots on his formal attire.
She's next to me, right?
No, he had moved back to the altar
No,
at this point. Oh, she? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna step in front of her so we can't get to her.
You do not have time.
Damn it!
He's too fast.
He moves forward very quickly. And he is going to make 2 unarmed strikes. The first one's a 20 to hit. The second one is a 21. I assume both of those hit? Yeah. Okay. So, on the first attack, he manages to almost teleport with lightning quick reflexes behind you, grab you across your shoulders, and sinks his fangs directly into your neck. Just chomps down. And you feel this strong pull out of the side of your neck as your vitality begins to leave your body.
Rip.
You suffer 7 points of piercing damage, as well as 10 points of necrotic damage, and your hit points are lowered by 10. So if your max is 45, your max is now 35.
Oh my god.
Hold on, that's a lot of math.
You basically suffer 17 points of
17.
damage, 10 of which is
Right.
permanent until you figure out how to get rid of it.
Okay. So I already had damage because of the bat fight.
Uh-huh.
So then my current hit points before the 10 permanent would be 12. Would then I have to take off another 10 to make it 2? Or it's just like in the future I can only go back
so
up
you would be
to
down
30,
you would be down to 2 hit points, and you can only go up to 35.
to 30. Well, my max hit points were 40 and you said it
So
was
you're
10.
30 would now
So
be your max.
30.
As
Okay.
he pulls away, his mouth kind of drips a little bit with blood, and you can see behind his eyes, those of you that can see his face, flashes of red pool in his pupils for a brief moment before settling back into the black irises. And he pivots you around and like takes your shoulder, slams you into the brick behind you, and is standing right in front of you and goes, "That was unnecessarily rude."
I thought you were thirsty.
Oh,
I was.
oh no. Oh, Adam. Oh.
And he takes a few steps back. He goes, "I look forward to dinner." And he begins to mist again, this time not taking a second chance, basically, doing it quickly and vanishing out the side of the thing.
We have a potion of vitality.
Well, I mean, I could just heal her and we don't have to use the potion.
Will it bring back up her hit points? Because this brings her
Oh.
back up to her maximum hit points for 24 hours.
Just for 24 hours?
We have 2 of them.
Okay.
Until we can
let's
figure out a way to do it, we need her back up.
Yeah, and as like he does vanish, can I just like sink down onto like the floor? Because I have 2 hit points, and not only did my face get fucked up, but now I have like a chunk missing from my neck. And,
Oh no.
like I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do have a spell that can reverse that, though.
Okay.
E, actually, you would know this. Any hit point drain or loss of vitality from a vampire bite does recover naturally.
Okay.
It just takes time to recover and rest up. You would say probably a day's worth of resting should
Okay.
bring back any negative hit point loss.
Okay. Okay.
So give it a day,
so-
back in fighting shape.
Right. So we don't need to use the potion. I can just heal her and she'll be better tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Now, does E know anything? Or I guess I could just ask her this, and she obviously like has shown that she knows something. So as she's healing me, I'm gonna be like, E, like, is this? Am I gonna be like him? Like, what? Like, do I need to be concerned?
You're gonna be just fine. You're fine.
Are you sure?
The
I
first
don't want
time's
to eat
always-
people.
The first time's always the most interesting, but you'll be just fine.
What do you mean the first time?
How do you know this?
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
Obviously.
Of note, Jayaz was not charmed before the bite, therefore it was not the sense of euphoria that normally comes along with the victim for a vampire feeding. This was
Also of note,
aggressive, intentional.
yeah, I was gonna say also of note, Fey ancestry. I can't be charmed.
Yep.
So.
Oh, he knows.
Cool.
That's why he didn't try for you.
He smells that elf blood.
He's been around for a very long time and knows a few tricks. As you are all recovering, E, go ahead and use your healing spell.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick.
Yeah.
I don't know which one to use. I
As
guess I'll just use. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead and basically pick it out, roll the numbers, and just tell Mandy what she gets back. But
Yeah.
as you are tending to her, Jayaz and Janaga and Amelia look outside of the door.
Oh yeah, there was those explosions.
Down the road, you begin to see flames begin to blossom against the black night sky, and plumes of black smoke start to waft up from the town of Valaki.
I take off because I'm gonna go try to find.
Yeah. It's like, I think we need to get to town now.
You get 14 hit points back.
Woo!
Nice.
Fuck. Alright. This is a lot of math for me. 16. And then
I used healing spirit.
Cure light wounds, cure light wounds. What do I got? What do I got? What does more? Cure light wound scrolls or potion of healing?
Let me see. So Cure Light Wounds scroll would be Cure Wounds at the lowest level. Is it Cure Light Wounds or just Cure Wounds?
Good question. Well, I have one of each actually.
Okay, so Cure Wounds would be a 1d8.
Okay.
The potion is Light Wounds, right?
The potion just says potion of healing.
Okay. Potion of Healing would do 2d4 plus 2, so realistically they're very similar.
Could do. Alright.
It's either a 1d8 or it's a 2d4.
I'm gonna use the potion of healing then.
Okay.
Try to get a little more.
So,
You said 2d4 plus 2?
yes.
Okay. Woo!
Nice. 8 points back.
Alright. The delete. Delete.
So there you go.
Yay, so that's better.
So do you all begin heading back at around the same time? You're all rushing back to town?
I think Amelia went ahead of us. Like, she just had a feeling.
Okay. Amelia, describe how you're running down back to town. Are you stealthing? Are you running down the center of the street? Are you going across rooftops? What's your avenue of travel?
Just the street, and I'm trying to look at everyone to see if I can find Arena or Ismark.
Okay. What direction are you heading? Like, are you going towards any buildings or anything in particular?
Where's the Burgermeister house?
The Burgomaster's house is... Actually, I have the map of Valaki that we can use. Let me scroll. Hold on. Page management is not great.
Mm.
Alright, so this is the town of Valaki. Which I believe
Can you
all...
guys hear that?
I hear the music from the game.
Yeah. It sounded like... It was like really loud noise upstairs.
It's
I didn't know if
Strahd.
you could hear it.
I paid an actor
He's
to break
invading
into your
all of
house.
us.
So the cathedral is towards the north part of town. The Burgomaster's is down here. And the Blue Water Inn is right here. Voctor House would have been over here. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm just gonna run that way. And I guess I'll stop by the... If I get there, I'll stop into the inn and see if they're there first. And then if
Okay.
not, I'll run out to the Burgermeister's.
So, as you are running through the city streets, buildings are beginning to go up in flames. Soldiers for the Burgomaster are running throughout town, carrying buckets of water, trying desperately to quell the flames or prevent them from spreading. However, the houses here are so dried, like such dry wood, that those not made of brick and mortar are going up almost instantly. The sound of townspeople screaming and crying just permeate the air as all of them watch everything they've ever had just going up in flames. as you make your way past the Blue Water Inn, you realize the inn itself is the most damaged, with a ring, probably like 8 to 10 Vistani agents standing around it with crossbows drawn at the Blue Water Inn. And as
no.
ravens are trying to leave out of the top, leaving from the roost area, they're taking shots, trying to hit any ravens that might be trying to escape. The Blue Water Inn looks like it is about to collapse. It is so destroyed.
I'm gonna cry.
Damn it.
The cats and all the books and shit you made me.
Okay. Stay calm.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so who is standing outside with crossbows?
Vistani.
Okay, F it. I'm gonna run in and try to go get. We'll go to the door, open up the door.
Okay.
Where are
Let
the
the cats
Vistanis?
out and get the book if I can.
So as you are running towards the building, you are about to break through this barrier of the Vistani that have basically drawn a perimeter and are attacking anything coming out of. One of them turns and says, "I see one of them!" Turns, goes to take a crossbow shot at you. As they're about to pull the trigger, you hear from behind you, "No!" And a fucking tiger leaps out of nowhere
The king saved us from the wall.
and fucking lands on top of this Vistani and begins to rip his throat out.
Yes!
Van Richten is walking behind the tiger, pointing, cane sword drawn, red cloak like following him in the wind.
Is it like billowing?
He's got a sword cane in one hand, a crossbow lined with silver bolts in the other, and he is just thunk, 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 taking shots at all these Vistani that have lined up around the perimeter. You bypass all of them and rush into the burning house.
I'm going upstairs to get the cats first, and then the book.
So you rush inside of the Blue Water Inn, and a familiar yet terrifying sight now greets you. The tap room where all of the bottles of wine and all the casks
Not the
were
wine.
laid are burnt and charred, and the wine is spilled all across the floor, and the areas where it's touched are taking longer to burn, so the bar is actually still mostly okay, but flames are beginning to envelop the outer walls. The stairwell appears to be fine for now. You manage to take a few steps, run up very carefully and deftly up the stairs, and you make it to your room. You feel heat emanating from several doors as you're rushing by. Van Richten's room, it feels, is already exceptionally hot. You put your hand to the doorknob and pull back immediately. The bronze handle is almost red hot. You make it to your room, and go ahead and make a strength check for me. The door is closed, and the handle doesn't look quite as hot. You grab onto it, and you instinctively let go. You try and kick the door down in order to get it out of your way, but the door stands resilient. What would you like to do? You can try and grab the handle again for a constitution check, if you'd like.
I'm gonna lockpick it real fast if I can.
Go for it. You whip out those lockpicks. Go ahead and roll.
Are we like getting closer to the town? Because I think you were only like a couple feet ahead of us.
I was gonna say, you are all pretty much running behind. You see Van Richten outside, like, dealing with these Vistani. They are now trading crossbow bolts and are trying to, like, take him out, and have completely lost focus of keeping an eye on the Blue Water Inn. As far as they're concerned, it's on fire. Anyone that would have gotten out is probably dying inside at this point.
21.
21, that does it. So under pressure, you pull out your locksmith's kit and roll it out in front of you. You pull your thieves' tools out and begin working on the door. And faster than you have ever unlocked a door in your life, you're like, click, 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 thrust the door open. There are flames licking the outer wall, but the kittens are all under the table, close by the door, still safe. And as soon as they see you, they start to run towards you.
Okay, I put them all in my bag, because I
Okay.
assume I brought my bag.
Yep, you have
And
your
then I'm
satchel
going-
with you.
I'm going to get the book,
Mm-hmm.
and then because I just thought about this running up the stairs. Jayaz, I don't know if she has it with her, but I'm gonna look and see if the necklace is anywhere.
Go ahead and roll a
The
perception
necklace
check.
you lost to her? That one?
No, the necklace
No.
I lost. Yeah, the necklace I
Yeah.
lost to her.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. And Jayaz, would that be on your person, or would you have left that with your personal effects back at the Blue Water Inn?
No, the necklace, because I have the two. I have Valentine's and I have the Strahd talisman are in that left pocket,
16.
that
Okay.
inner pocket.
So you look around, you don't see it there. However, you do find a couple like bedrolls that are tied up with some of the team's belongings. If you want to try and grab just general food, water, clothes, camping gear, kind of stuff.
I'll try to grab as many stuff as I can, I guess.
Yeah. So
We're
you
like
grab.
outside the place, right?
Yeah. So you grab everything you can.
So since we know she ran in there, was there like a window that like maybe we could do like the fireman thing where we could go out to the window and she could throw like the belongings down to us at least?
Yeah, there were 3 windows in that room. The wall that they're attached to is on fire. However, the windows themselves are there. In fact, 2 of them have cracked open and are actively sucking in oxygen from the outside.
I can just jump out because I have a ring of featherfall. I'm just
Okay.
gonna jump out the window
Yeah.
while holding the bag super close.
So you grab the bags, you grab the kittens, you're holding the bag with the kittens in them super close. You take a running sprint, dive out head first, like making a really cool arrow almost movement with your body. As you do, you tumble into the open air, your feet come out underneath of you, and you gently begin to glide down to the outside streets. You make a soft like as you land in the sand. You have all of your belongings. The kittens are safe. Strahd's journal are also in your possession. The other girls, I assume, see you and rush to you immediately.
To assist.
I guess I'll let the kittens out. I'll just let them out first.
This poor little thing.
I know, we just wanted cats.
You let them out.
And
They
you-
do not want to leave. Like they are huddled under your feet and are not.
Okay,
going
good.
anywhere.
Oh.
I'm gonna like bend down and like check them, like make sure
They're fine.
okay.
Don't check the book. Yeah, check the
I want to go talk to Van Richten and ask him what he's been doing.
Thanks for checking on me, guys. I mean, I'm
As Jayaz,
we have all of our priorities.
Jayaz, as you bend down and start checking the kittens, I want everyone else to roll a perception check.
Okay.
I perceive kittens.
You do perceive kittens. All right. So everyone sees, as you bend over, a Vistani takes square aim at you with a crossbow.
Who?
At Jayaz, who's now bent over checking on the kittens, like completely just not paying attention to anything behind her. Draws, knocks an arrow, squeezes the trigger, and right before the arrow is loosed, his chest is pierced as this sword just chink comes through the center, pulls back. Van Richten kicks the legs out from under him. He collapses down in front of him. The bolt goes and fires off to the side.
You say I have my bow ready.
How many other Vistani are there?
That was the last one.
Okay. Cool.
Van Richten walks up to you with a brisk, speedy walk, locks eyes with all of
Badass
you,
confirmed.
and says, "We need to go. We can't stay here."
Yeah.
We gotta find Arena first. So I'm off again, going down to the burgermaster.
Yeah.
He honestly doesn't. He doesn't care about Irina really. I mean, she wanted to get her here, and she did. But beyond that, she knows what she's dealing with, and she just doesn't care. She just wants to get out of this.
Van
And so she's
Richten,
just gonna-
Van Richten speaks up. I already have Irina and Ismark. They're fine. They're safe. They were the first people I went after.
All right, then let's go.
Unfortunately, I can't find the burgomaster. I don't know where he is. We need to leave.
We don't care about him.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
He's a
care
fool
about him.
anyway. Let's go.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Yeah. One less problem to deal with.
Wait,
For real.
No, the houses are all burning. I was gonna say I'll watch our steps while we're walking, but I can't get on the houses if they're burning. So
Yeah.
never mind.
Oh.
Do we each take a kitten? Like everybody scoops one up, and we're like running through the burning.
Everyone take a kitten.
Like kitten in one hand, swords in another, and we're like.
So, as you all gather what belongings you can, holding the kittens, escaping town, you all leave Valaki and begin trudging down the road on foot.
It still has our drawing on it.
Yeah, still has the drawings. I'm never going to delete those. You all wander off into the woods, the darkness of Barovia, in the middle of the night, leaving Valaki behind you in flames. And that's where we're going to end this week.
What?
Wow.
No!
We did so well, guys.
So, you guys got an invite to dinner from Strahd. I'm sure he likes you guys.
Not going.
You also managed to get an
Totally
entire
going.
town burned down. So that was cool.
That was
Whoa.
our fault.
Yeah, I don't think we had anything to do with the fire.
Oh, you don't?
Oh.
Strahd standing there going, "Oh,
That's
that's
true.
happening now."
Okay.
Had
Yeah,
nothing to do with it, I'm
We
sure.
may have had a little bit to do with the fire. Hey, they wanted a festival of burning sun.
They sure got it.
Foreshadowing.
Oh no.
So,
Oh
yeah.
God.
So
That
how'd
was
y'all
so
feel?
Much fun.
I miss combat so much.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
So glad.
We're dead.
But I'm
We're gonna die.
a little
We're
terrified.
not surviving this.
No one died.
No one died.
Yet he didn't even try to kill us.
I mean, granted, he took one bite out of Jayaz and she almost died, so...
And he licked you. So.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was already like kind of at like 3/4 of my health.
Yeah.
3/4 in one shot. Like,
Well, no, I meant like before he bit me. So it was
Yeah.
right.
something I want to talk about real quick.
Yes.
Our next session.
Yeah, I actually have
You're
a lot
gonna
of...
be away.
I have a lot of
No.
conflicts coming up, yeah. So, our next time that we would normally play is the 28th. I'll be in Texas for work. And then the following week, on the 4th, that's BlizzCon weekend, I will be literally working Monday to Sunday that entire week.
Yeah.
So the next weekend I would be able to play is the 11th, unfortunately.
Well, and that's I was gonna ask. Did we want to try doing something next Sunday, or would that be possible?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm able to on the 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not able to play that day, unfortunately.
All right, then let's.
Yeah, when BlizzCon rolls around, like, my entire life gets
Yeah,
upended, so...
And that's I looked at the schedule before. I'm like, well, Adam's away, and then I'm away with Adam. So okay, so we'll maybe try to put
Tomorrow
together.
we could just play tomorrow.
Yeah. What about how's tomorrow? Like,
Tomorrow?
I guess our guests are gonna have to wait.
yeah, we're gonna have to postpone it.
This
Oh,
will
no.
give y'all time to strategize about what you think you should do about Strahd.
11/11, the death of the sisters slay. The title.
11.
11/11, the sisters get slayed.
Make a wish. Oh wait, we should do a make a wish. Like, do they do like charity, like donations? Do
They
they
do.
take donations? That's
They do.
So maybe 11/11 we'll do a little raising of the money for them. So all right, the 11th we will continue with
Death.
trying to escape death. Maybe we could put together like a one shot or something then for the 28th to like, so we're not going that long.
I actually might have a really good Halloween one that somebody might want to run in my absence.
That'd be perfect.
I will look up some Halloween one-shots if somebody wants to take their hand at DMing
Yeah, because I happen
for
to
that.
know a few people that are like really interested in like getting involved, and so that'd be cool to like do the one shot.
Yeah, for sure.
So okay, that's the 28th. Come back the 11th, so that's like a month from now.
Sad.
Sad face.
Yeah.
Real quick, then I'm just gonna throw in. I almost wrote the wrong thing. Again, we are raising donations for Team Rubicon to help out with the hurricane victims. All the information about the charity, and I think there's even the information about the hurricanes, maybe, or like links to them, are in that link, and you can make donations. So far, we raised $80 for that, and we do get in-game rewards when you donate. And do we know how long
So
we are keeping this open?
I was originally going to run it as today, like being the drive, but realistically, there's no end date on this. So
Right.
I'm happy to let it run for a little bit longer. Let's say we'll do this for the rest of the year, and then we'll probably declare a new partnership in January, unless you want to push Make-A-Wish up, and we'll switch. In,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
November.
gonna do some. I'll do some research to see, maybe for the 11/11. So maybe we'll let this run until 11/11, and
Okay.
then we'll
And then
go
swap.
ahead and swap. Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be a good to go through like the holidays with that.
I
like this. I like this.
Yeah, speaking of, if there's anyone who has any ideas for in-game rewards, these were things that I just kind of made up on the spot. So if you have things that you would like to donate towards, if there are things in-game that you'd like to be able to provide for the players, let me know. I'm definitely open to adding those as tiers and pricing them out. One of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to make donating a way to basically get on the stream. So like if you're hoping to get into a one-shot by donating, I want to keep that open for everybody.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think everything else is on the table. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else.
I was going to make a tier at $100 called Divine Intervention, where you just get to tell the DM what to do for a single decision.
Oh my god.
Divine. I'd be like, here's $100. Please don't kill me.
Here's $100. Suddenly the entire sky is pasta. Like, that's the shit I would do with that. Suddenly all
Every
clouds...
tree is. I was gonna say every tree is actually a baguette. Wow, we've entered the baguette virus.
I think I would make Strahd go find the sword himself and impale himself with it. That's what I would do.
Oh my goodness.
Donate towards a raging, flaming, poisoning sword of doom. I mean, that could be something we could do. We could actually. That would make a really cool. Like, if we hit a certain milestone in the fundraising, like if we hit, I don't know, $200 or whatever as a total, maybe I'll hold a stream where like people can vote on affixes for a random weapon. Like I'll tweet out, "Hey, we're gonna make this magic item. Here's what I want to have on it. Vote towards it." I think that might be a cool thing to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm into this.
Awesome. So
I'm
then,
just so excited for you guys to finally hear her backstory.
I am. I'm like,
so long ago.
You got some
I was
splaining to do.
Yeah, right?
I was telling my friends that were here a little bit of stuff, some backstory stuff, and they were like, "Oh wait, does the rest of your party know that?" And I was like, "No."
Nope.
Oh.
I'm like, it's so good.
I'm just excited to hear about everybody else.
I know. It's like juicy secrets that we've kept for like a year.
Right?
Yeah. It's so much fun. And Adam is probably aware of all of these, aren't you?
A good amount of them.
Yeah.
I mean, we've discussed things. I don't need to know every single detail, but if it's going to play into like the overall story or affect your character in a major way, I'd like a little bit of heads up, because then I can also weave that in on some story stuff. So like, I can drop plot hooks and that kind of stuff.
I want my stepfather.
Maybe he's a vampire. He's
That would
gonna...
surprise me,
gosh.
honestly. Would not surprise her at all.
Yoink!
Yoink them secrets, bro.
Yep.
Oh my god, I just realized, like, it just hit me. We're totally gonna do this Halloween one-shot because I can't wait to play Anna again.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
She's gonna be so... It was saying the bro.
Oh god.
Like her creepy little voice.
Anna is creepy.
I don't know
love
if Icky's gonna come to that party. She's too weak. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know if she
Icky?
should go. Yeah. She's not scared of dolls, but I mean cats. No.
Cool. All right, so look for details on our Twitter at Lady Gamers Night, so we can put together this Halloween one-shot if you'd like to give D&D a try and join us.
Yeah.
And then again, the donation link, I'm sure we'll like tweet it out a few times, or we'll keep it here if you need to find it. If you fall into an extra $5 or something, and then we'll look into doing something for Make-A-Wish for the holidays.
Oh, certainly no, it will not be on Halloween.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat too, just in case anyone missed it. We're gonna try and do that one on the 28th, which is the next Sunday we would normally play, so 2 weeks from now.
Yes. Yeah, because on Halloween is when I leave for BlizzCon.
Yep.
Oh my god, your plane better be decorated.
I know, that's why I was like, my flight is at like later at night, like I get in late, and I'm like, wow, I'm like not gonna have Halloween at all. Catch me dressed up like Wednesday Adam on the plane.
I'm just gonna show up in like a costume to pick you up from the airport, and I will have trick or treats to hang out the window, be like, trick or treat!
Trick or treat! Like, I came all this way and it's just an apple. I'm like, god damn it! This house gives fruit!
Oh no, I'm gonna go out and get those like mini bags of raisins, the little tiny ones.
Oh,
those are worse than an apple.
Joke's on you, I love raisins. Cool. So did anybody have anything else they wanted to add? Anything?
no, not really.
I'm gonna miss you guys. I've been gone for a while.
Just
so.
thank you
Yeah.
everybody for all the donations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those that aren't going to BlizzCon, to you with the virtual ticket holders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom always buys a virtual ticket.
I think I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get her out to one someday.
One day.
I would love to have you guys out for BlizzCon. When that time comes around, let me know.
Okay.
I don't get cheap tickets or anything anymore, but I might be able to help you guys acquire tickets in advance. So
That would be great.
just let me know. But yeah, I'm looking forward
We'll talk
to
about it.
watching the video on demand of the Halloween episode when I'm flying home, and then jumping straight into BlizzCon. Look forward
Good
to seeing
thing-
those of you on the virtual ticket, if you're going to be on the virtual ticket.
I was gonna say, luckily you'll have your personal assistant for BlizzCon.
Thank God, because it's going to be a mess for
Your
me this year.
handler.
Yeah.
So fun fact for anyone watching who's wondering why I'm stressing out, BlizzCon is actually entirely put on by people that work for Blizzard at the convention. So if you are talking to someone in line who's just like helping people find a seat at a demo station, that's probably a dev or QA person that worked on that game. If you visit guest services, like you're talking to actual people that work at Blizzard who are happy to help you out, have a great period at the con. Like we do this as a love letter for the community, and it's a long weekend of a lot of hours, but it's so enjoyable and revitalizing to do. So I'll be exhausted afterwards, but it's like a time to recharge my batteries. So if you're going to be there, look for me, say hi. I'll be on the floor Sunday doing work, but I'll be around the con all weekend.
It'll be a time. I'm just gonna live stream Adam the whole time.
This IRL stream.
I would watch that. I would
IRL
actually
stream. Inside BlizzCon employee POV.
Yeah. Who knows? You might see me on the virtual ticket. I don't think I'm going to be on the virtual ticket.
I'm gonna
but
scream.
you never know.
Alright, then with that, I think we are done for the night.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the map still, and there's this one section that looks like
The
a
dog?
dinosaur.
Oh, I thought it
No.
was like a dog.
Whatever it is.
Let me just freehand this bad boy. It's
Hold on, let me pull the Barovia map back up because I swapped it off for the stream. Let me pull that back
I feel
up.
like I need to change my color so you can see it. Oh fuck. Hex code. I don't know a hex code.
Where are you drawing?
That's why I was trying to change my color so I can show you.
Oh, so when
I'm a
you
hex girl.
select, oh geez, I forgot about that. When you select the draw shapes, you can click the button at the top left. It looks like a gray square. You can change your color there.
Ah. All right.
I need to get a
so.
better chair.
Oh wait, now I'm a shape. Nope. Got it. Wait, no, it's back to when I go to freehand. It does the color wrong.
Oh, I see where you are.
Oh, here we go. This looks like a dinosaur or something.
Where?
Look at it.
I'm not seeing it.
To the left of the dog,
Oh, there it goes. It just popped up.
it's got
Okay.
a tail and some
Oh,
legs,
I
and
see.
here's the
Yeah,
head,
I
and
see
even
it.
here's like some hands.
Definitely a T-Rex.
Yeah, okay. I see a T-Rex in there.
There's T-Rexes in Barovia!
Maybe he'll be on our side.
Wrong expansion, guys.
And we can use him to
Maybe it's
run a race
foreshadowing.
later.
There. I withhold spoilers. Never mind.
Okay. Okay.
There'll be stuff that you might be able to explore. There's plenty more Barovia that you have not seen yet. You've only seen like maybe a third of it, but you've got a direction now. It's generally in the direction of Castle Ravenloft.
Freaking castle.
So you know.
Full of bloodthirsty vampires.
I'm sure they're very nice people.
Oh yeah, people, sure.
We use the term people loosely.
I mean, they've got to keep food in there somewhere, right? They're people.
They're just other people.
Yeah, it's fine.
Totally fine. Absolutely fine.
All right, my friends. Thank you all for tuning in and watching.
Yes,
We look
yes.
forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for our Halloween Spoopy Times episode. I will catch up with y'all after that. So,
Bye-bye.
bye everyone. Have a good night.
Bye! Don't invite strangers in.
Or do.